into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Boom. And just like
Boom.
that, January is January is already. I'm trying to speed it up for us. I'm trying to condense the rest of January into one sentence, but it's almost there. I promise you, we are almost through it.
I can't believe it. Again, I'm going to say it. I was just celebrating 2025, and now it's almost celebrating Valentine's Day. Can you imagine? And I do have a question for you guys and for you, Expresso fam. Are you still sticking to those resolutions?
Sure.
Do you make resolutions?
Honestly, I'm still busy with them. I'm still busy putting them down, plotting them out for the year. So I have until the end of Jan to finish it. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Can we throw that back at you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still creating my vision board because I do a digital one every year. And I feel like pictures just keep coming. And then I'm like, oh, I can envision this and that and that. It's like a never-ending thing.
The vision gets bigger and bigger.
Oh, yeah, and that's what it expands.
I need an A1 piece of paper.
Oh, no, I'm as well. As reality sinks in, suddenly the resolutions become clear, what needs to happen this year. And this week has kind of made it quite clear. On the schooling front, definitely good luck to all the parents and everyone on that board. But I love the fact that you have mentioned something so vitally important. If you can't see it, how are you going to achieve it? And that's the conversation we want to start with you guys this morning. And it's a brilliant, brilliant way to kind of get yourself dialed in for the year ahead. What is on your vision board for 2025?
Oh, this is a big question, a loaded one indeed, but this is the thing that I think excites people, stimulates them, and get them looking towards the future, G-Man. And for me, it's definitely something big this year. I want to be taking over. I want my name on billboards. I want to be creating big things, maybe new properties. I'm making big statements this year, 2025. Let's thrive, Mzansi, and hopefully you can too.
What's the point of doing it small?
Yeah.
What is the point of doing it
don't
small?
walk, we sprint.
Yeah, completely, man. Take out the biggest strides you can this morning. We want you to dream big, and we want you to share that inspiration with us, please. So you can hit us up voice notes. You can send us pictures, literally, from your vision board. We'd love to see it, and we'd love to chat with you for the next 3 hours. We've also got Seth Shezi coming in, the winner of Celebrity MasterChef South Africa. Cannot wait to connect with him and find out what's on his vision board, so stick around for that. But right now, let's bring ourselves back down to earth, get those feet firmly planted, and get into the news headlines. Then I'll touch on the sport.
Thank you, gents. 2 minutes after 6, we get started with your national news headlines first, where President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed the 55th World Economic Forum in Davos yesterday, highlighting South Africa's focus on economic growth, inequality, and its G20 presidency. Now, he described hosting the G20 as a pivotal moment for Africa, emphasizing the importance of global collaboration to tackle humanity's challenges and end wars causing innocent suffering. Now, Ramaphosa urged global financial institutions to support developing nations like South Africa in transitioning to low-carbon economies, given their limited role in causing climate change. He affirmed that Africa remains open for business. Sticking to news in the country, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana confirmed that 2 billion rand has been guaranteed to protect the savings of Itala Bank depositors, regardless of the bank's future. Speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Godongwana assured that a plan is in place to safeguard social grants recipients from the impact of a potential bank liquidation. The Prudential Authority of the Reserve Bank has applied to the Pietermaritzburg High Court for Itula's bank provisional liquidation, as the bank was found to be insolvent, affecting 257,000 depositors. Let's take a look at those international news headlines, where Mozambique's opposition leader, Venancio Mondlane, has expressed willingness to serve in President Daniel Chapo's government if his demands to resolve the political crisis following disputed elections are met. Chapo stated that a team is considering whether to invite Mondlane to join a new, quote, inclusive government. Now, the two leaders seemed open to reconciliation after post-election unrest that claimed around 300 lives. Mondlane, who rejected his October election defeat as rigged, was defeated by Chapo, who won with 65% of the votes. Meanwhile, Hamas has confirmed plans to release the next group of hostages on Saturday in exchange for Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. Today marks the 4th day of a ceasefire following a settlement agreement brokered by the United States, Qatar and Egypt. Meanwhile, the United Nations confirmed that over 900 trucks with aid supplies entered Gaza yesterday. Now, President Donald Trump has expressed confidence that all 3 phases of the Gaza agreement aimed at ending the war and rebuilding Gaza would be fully implemented. And closing off your first bit of news for today, we head back home to KwaZulu-Natal, where the KwaZulu-Natal International Business Association, or KIBA, is spreading smiles and hope by donating 1,000 pairs of school shoes and 1,000 lunchboxes to underprivileged kids. Now, KIBA's president, Omi Singh, shared how this organization has always stepped up in tough times, from providing essentials during COVID-19 to supporting flood and tornado victims. For Singh, this initiative is deeply personal, as he remembers his own childhood struggles without basic necessities like school shoes. KIBA has already reached 57 schools across Phoenix, Verulam and Tongaat, ensuring fair distribution among learners. Education is opportunity, Singh said, thanking KIBA's members for their generosity in building a future rooted in care, dignity, as well as compassion. I think we could all take a note out of Singh's books and make sure that we pay it forward where we can. So we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's check in with your sports. Here's the latest with Graham.
Let's start with a bit of champagne football, shall we? And Liverpool securing a 2-1 win over Lille, maintaining their perfect Champions League record. Yes, Real advancing directly to the last 16. Man of the moment having... that was after Lille's Jonathan David equalised. So Liverpool remaining the only team with 21 points in the expanded competition in the pound seat for the knockouts. Now we turn to cricket, and sadly rain disrupted the SA20 match at Kingsmead, forcing the game between the Durban Super Giants and my Cape Town to be abandoned after just 45 minutes of play. They are on 69 for 3 at the time after 11 overs. With the rain coming down, they moved then to level with the leaders, Paul Royals, on 16 points as a result. Durban Super Giants, however, remain anchored at the bottom of the table with just 8 points. Still a way to go, though. Both teams earning 2 points from that no result. Now turning to rugby, experienced tight head prop Netling Forshare has committed to the DHL Stormers, signing a 3-year contract extension that keeps him in the squad up until 2028. The 32-year-old, a key player since 2018 with now 88 caps, brings some scrum, power, versatility and much-needed leadership, I think, at the moment. Forshare rejecting overseas offers, prioritising his ambition of representing South Africa. Good on you, son. Now let's turn to tennis, and Novak Djokovic edging past Carlos Alcaraz in a thrilling generational battle, let's call it, to advance to the Australian Open semi-finals. The 37-year-old Serb, chasing a record 25th Grand Slam title now, overcame the 20-year-old Spaniard 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 6-4 in 3 hours and 37 minutes, aiming now for his 11th Melbourne title to extend his record to 50 Grand Slam semi-final appearances. Unbelievable. So next he faces Alexander Zverev, who secured his spot with a hard-fought victory over Tommy Paul. Hopefully neither of these matches taking too much out of them, but I think another marathon on the way. And that's where we leave our sport for now, albeit we'll talk inspirational sport and the Real Madrid Football Academy in just a moment. But right now, let's see how the weather's looking across your country.
Beautiful stuff, G-Man. Thank you so much. And let's hope the weather is as perfect as Liverpool's UEFA Championship run. So right now, let's dive into it now. The South African Weather Service has issued multiple warnings for adverse weather conditions. Now, a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive rain may cause flooding in southern KwaZulu-Natal, its coast and interior. Now, on top of this, severe thunderstorms with heavy rain, damaging winds and lightning are expected in the province's western parts as well. Now, between Oyster Bay and Port Edward, yellow level 1 warnings caution against damaging winds and waves, posing risks to small vessels. Now, fire danger is high in most of the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape, additionally, with extreme heat and discomfort forecasted for the Northern and Western Cape interiors, including the mother city, Cape Town. Now, while diving into the weather world right now, we can see from that we're going to be inspired by an absolute banger of a sunrise view. And check this one out. This is from Cecile, all the way in East London. And what a beautiful shot. It looks like 25 degrees Celsius in this one. A perfect start to the day. I love the ocean. I love the orange hues. This is just perfect. Cecile absolutely setting the bar high this morning and putting a smile on everyone's dial in the studio. And I can't thank you enough. So here's a reminder to you, Mzansi, let's do it again. The number's 064 408 8863. In the next hour, maybe we can top off that picture with another one. But hopefully that comes from you. For now, though, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
As long as you can. In just a moment, we've been talking about vision boards.
Yep.
For me, it's about seeing as many young South Africans have their potential realized because of the power of sport. And we're going to chat to Jevrona Epstein in just a moment from Generation Sports about the incredible collaboration that they have with Real Madrid and an academy that is here in this country. You talk about opening doors. This is how it happens. But they offer such a holistic approach to education. Cannot wait to plug into his big old brain.
Oh, big old brains.
Yeah.
Speaking about big old brains, we're going to get into not only sorting out the brain, but also the body when it
Nice.
comes to low-impact workouts. Now, this is mostly for older folk, and we've got Dale Hendricks in studio, who's going to show us exactly how to do it with the most gorgeous ladies I have ever seen. This is a way to start a morning. With those smiles, I feel good.
I'm here for that. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Potential of more young South Africans being realized through sport because we know the transformative power Now, the Real Madrid Foundation, in partnership with the incredible Generation Schools, proudly launched its world-renowned football academy in Imhoff, Cape Town, offering elite training. And Jevron Epstein, founder and CEO of the incredible Generation Schools Group, and the president of the Real Madrid Foundation South Africa, joins us to chat about what must be the most amazing job and initiative and collaboration. Buddy, I'm going to shake your hand again. A little bit late to say congratulations, but congratulations. I know every milestone needs to be marked, and this is a big picture kind of idea with that much reach and connected to little old Cape Town. Talk to me about this collab.
Yeah, Cambridge come down to have a look at the site and said, we're going to build a school here. And they thought we were crazy. Call it 8 years later, 6 schools. And at the same time, we wanted to do the same thing for football. Being a schools group, you want to pin yourself to an asset, a global giant. So we decided on Real Madrid, and we made it happen.
Investing in the bravery of youth, of understanding, and they've discovered so many great players in that way. They are not shy to invest, but they understand the power of a mentor, of leaders, of merging those two. How does what you guys do at Generation Schools echo that? Why was this such a good fit?
I think Real Madrid is a special club on the basis that they're quite upfront with you, and they say to you, you have a 1% chance of playing for them.
Sure.
But you have a 99% chance of becoming a professional footballer. And I think that's the key. It's to understand profession in football and not necessarily only brand.
This echoes in a way how you guys operate, because I think you understand the realities of life far better than anyone else. You've done a deep dive. As you say, the better part of a decade, you've been working with young South Africans coming from situations that I think few of us can truly understand, just how challenging it is to get through one day, let alone a term or a year of school.
You'll get a qualification, but what are you going to do with that? How do you become a professional? And it's the same thing as football. It's marrying brands that have an understanding of the output that we need in South Africa for our South African students.
And once you cross that line and you understand if you outwork, outtrain the guy next to you, you will get that advantage. And I think sport layers that into almost everything that you're doing. So I love the fact that you've got this dual sports and educational kind of connection. But you're going to earn that right. You don't just step onto, get a seat at the table with Real Madrid. What has gotten you there? Talk to me about some of the success that you guys have enjoyed.
Yeah, so Generation Schools has had the fortunate opportunity to assist with clubs like Ajax, Cape Town. We provided their academic structures and systems when they ran here.
We've seen the results, Stephen Pienaar, what can happen when you do that.
And then, the decision for Real Madrid in terms of looking at us is that they've always wanted to come into Africa. And our ambassador within Real Madrid is Roberto Carlos. And you just need to know his story and his life. So we've proven ourselves. We're a small entity doing big things. And I think what we will do for football in South Africa is specifically focus on professionalism. And all those things that we spoke about earlier, nutrition, the ability to work on and off the field, and to understand your outcomes that you need.
And those are soft skills that determine success. There's a reason why so many past players move into a corporate space, talking about leadership, talking about teamwork, because they'll have an understanding that few can match. Plans for Joburg, I'm sure even bigger plans after that. Talk me through the footballing trajectory of where you'd like to take this partnership.
So we're starting here in Cape Town, in Komiki, in a little place called Imhoff, where one of our flagship campuses are. We're looking for players from Ocean 8 all the way to under 18. And then our next phase is to open up in Johannesburg, in the heart of Joburg, in terms of being its center, which is Modderfontein.
Beautiful.
We've acquired a large sporting facility, and we have plans to start that in the second quarter of this year.
How can people support you? I know funding is always difficult to come by. You've got some big players walking alongside you, but we want South Africa to put its DNA in this partnership and into what you're doing. How can we help?
Well, if you think about it, what we've done quite uniquely is we have an academic component that's linked to our needs, like the Sharks Academy would do it, or the Bulls Academy within rugby. So we'll bring that same ethos and what we learned from Ajax into our academy, and hopefully what we can do is not only create professional footballers, but actually educate them at the same time. In terms of assisting us, have a look at our socials, go into Real Madrid Foundation South Africa, Instagram, Facebook, reach out to us, have a conversation, come to our trials. And when Roberto Carlos comes down to South Africa, we'll invite you to come and join.
You see, I was looking directly at me. Our eyes locked when he said, we'll invite you to come. Now, we will definitely invite you. I'm going to include myself in that mix. What you're doing is truly phenomenal, and I can say that as a sports broadcaster who's been in the game, to be able to see these kind of circles close, absolutely amazing. So well done, my friend. Absolutely brilliant. Let's see if we can make South Africa that 1% gateway into Real Madrid, at least for the next couple of years. But I would suggest get onto the Real Madrid Foundation website right now, see how you can plug in. And if you know there is talent around you, let people know.
Come on, let's be honest. That is an incredible conversation. This is getting, I think, everybody hyped up and excited for what's about to come. And especially for our youngsters out there that definitely want to take advantage, combining light cardio, strength, and flexibility exercises. Now, we're going to be using simple equipment. We've got cones, yoga balls, water bottles. But this session is all about boosting our heart health, mobility, balance, and overall well-being in a safe, energizing way. So, the one and only Dale Hendricks is here, all the way from DDJ. It's coaching and personal training. He's joining us to take us through our paces. And he's brought 3 young, beautiful vixens with him as well. You know, talk to me about who these ladies are behind us.
That's Michelle, Caroline, and Desiree joining us today. These ladies are super awesome, eh?
They look excited,
they've been at it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they all obviously also form part of a class that you're hosting as well,
yes,
right?
yes.
Talk to me about that, man.
So we host a class weekdays, every Tuesday, Thursday, every equipment, you know, everyday equipment that's around us. So yeah, it's just a fun community to be part of.
All right, well, let's have fun. We've got some space at your home. That's going to be perfect for this workout. But Del, I'm going to hand it over to you, man.
Cool,
What's up
so,
first?
Low impact cardio. So we have our water bottles, mini water bottles we have around every day. So we're just going to go inside the training ring. So it's just to keep our shape, our form, right? So we're going to just lift the arms and we're going to lift the opposite knee as well. So we're going to march it out, just like that.
Okay.
All right, let's go. There we go.
And Dale, what's the reason for reducing the impact for a workout like this, especially when we're talking about seniors as well? Is that important?
Very important. You know, as we grow older, our body changes, you know, injuries, you know.
Nice. So
And just for longevity.
creating a better, less risky environment as well for our athletes behind us over here.
There we go. We're gonna change it up a little bit. So we're gonna go open, close with the arms, and still lifting those knees, right? So we squeeze the back muscles, engage that core.
Oh, this is nice. So we're kind of working a little bit of the core here and some abs. Also getting the scapula, which helps us with the posture and all those good things.
Exactly.
I notice, especially as we all get older, we start to hunch over a bit more, right?
Yeah,
so this is a great one,
it's
man.
great to keep the form going there.
Nice.
Cool. 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna switch it up again. So we're gonna go forward. We're just gonna lift it up with our water bottle, squeeze that shoulders when we come down, and take it to the sides. Come back, breathe. There.
You really are targeting muscles that I think need stimulation. Again, I know I'm saying this a lot, but as we get older, all these weird positions, these joints, our shoulders, our ankles, our hips start to give us some niggles. So I love that we're strengthening it, also getting some good motion and just good movement too.
3, 2, and 1. Cool, so we're gonna switch over to the ball now. That was a good upper body workout. So let's grab our balls. Okay, we go inside. Like I said, we're maintaining the form and we're gonna go in and we lift those heels as well, right? So there we go. Just joints, elbows, back, hamstrings as well, you know. We always say when we train.
Thing that you wanna really get more resilient, I think, too.
So for another 3, 2, and 1. So, ladies, we still good?
Ladies looking good here, by the way. They're looking
They're
fantastic.
excellent, eh?
Nice stuff.
Perfect, low impact, perfect for everyone. So we're gonna switch it. We're gonna do some rows, right? As we go down, we're just doing a little squat thing. There we go. Beautiful. See, we target
Live on our socials, live on YouTube as well. So you, Mzansi, if you're watching right now, come join in on this fun. This is a low-impact workout. It's perfect for the joints if you've got any niggles or if you're maybe in the senior phase of your life. Dale's put together something exceptional for us to kind of have fun with and also get a good stimulation.
3, 2, and 1. Can we squeeze in one?
Nice. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's hit it.
Okay, cool.
Lekker.
We're gonna step one leg out and we're just gonna go up with the ball there, right? And we're gonna switch it over all the time. There we go. Show you low impact, but we're definitely feeling it.
Yeah, man, you'd be very deceived in thinking that this is easy, because you got to concentrate. You're still moving here. We're still moving muscles. And I love the fact that this is something we can do with like almost anybody. Get your friends involved, get the family. You don't need a lot of equipment, clearly, but you can get a good bang for your buck here.
Lovely stuff, exactly. 5, 4, 3.
Clearly seeing how much you're smiling and moving. I absolutely love it. Del, you're doing great things here for the people. Where can we find you? How do we get involved in the classes? Talk to us, man.
In this Saturday, you can catch us on the beach, you know, Saturday morning early. Reach out to us, chat to us on our socials, DM us, all our details on this. So yeah, you can just reach out and we'll take it from there.
Lekker stuff, right? Zanziel standing by to assist you and do just that. Go find him on the socials and go find the new version of you. All right, let's get another exercise in, man. This is cool.
Can we go for
Yeah, one more. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. We're gonna just lift those knees and we're gonna...
So from fitness to food, we got to get into all things good because it's a Wednesday. And on a Wednesday, we do the Culinary Hotline Bling. Shezi is in the building, and we're going to be introduced to some recipes that you want to add to your menu. We're going to start off with a scallion pancake. Along with that, we're going to add some salmon and then something pickled. So we're in for such a treat, definitely mouth explosion of flavors. I can't wait to get into all things to do with his journey on what has been an incredible time on Celebrity MasterChef. So we'll see you after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Stand a chance to be one of 10 lucky winners, each winning a share of 200,000 Rand and cash prizes from Tuffy's South Africa. Simply directly on tuffys.co.za and fill in the form to enter. Competition closes 14 February. T's and C's apply. Tuffy's, for every kind of tough.
It's my feel-good.
Celebrity MasterChef. I can't believe he's in the building. Seth Shezi, everybody. I know Graham's particularly excited about this. It's a bit of a reunion, actually. So from acing every cook-off to supporting a cause very close to his heart, Seth's journey has been nothing short of so inspiring. Now, Seth, I've got to thank you for being here. But before we do that, can we give him a feel-good welcome? My goodness, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's the best energy this early in the morning. I don't know how you guys do it. It's amazing.
They paid us to do it, so we're going to bring it to... No, I'm kidding.
You inspire and you wake up the nation. It's good.
It's easy to do it when we're in such good company like yours. I mean, it's the winner's circle over here.
Will make me stay.
Well, we got to get into this. I mean, how are you feeling now that the competition has closed off? The excitement of, you know, the lights, camera, action has shut down.
Yeah.
Is the excitement still there for you?
The excitement is still there. And I feel like now it feels be a restaurant and be a critic and that's it. Now, since winning the competition, I don't think I've cooked more because everywhere I go, everyone's like, okay, are you cooking for us? Are you cooking for us? Yeah. Even today, you asked me to cook for you, so I have to cook for you.
Yeah, I hope you heard that. You cooking for me. I'm just going to stand there and be a hype man on the side. Was there a moment along your very beautiful life that you've gone, you know what, food is for me, I am for food, I am a foodie?
I'm always for food. I've been for food since I was literally like young. When I was growing up, I was like the eldest of like a lot of kids.
What's a lot?
Sorry?
What's a lot?
What's a lot? No, it's actually just 5.
Just 5, casual, that is a lot.
For a Catholic Zulu family, that is actually quite okay. That's like the average in Durban. And so I used to try and make like crazy meals to like for my siblings, and there were many disasters. Like one time I made a magwinya, which I don't think they were proofed enough, so there was still yeast. The kids were full for like 2 days straight.
Wow.
And I think, what do you expect?
That's a win.
11.
A win is a win.
Yeah. So things like that. So I've always been fascinated with food, and when I lived it, and you have to like farm it and stuff like that, and that created like a love and appreciation for produce. So
Yeah, and I get that, because sometimes we go to the store and we forget about the chain that came before that. You know, we're so separated from the meat produce and the veg produce. So I love that you have that background as well. But let's talk about the competition, right? There were some highlights, some moments that were definitely challenging along the way.
It was mostly all challenging. And also the judges, they're like so stern. Like you sort of know them outside of the show.
Right,
and they're like
Zola's
lovely.
sweet.
Zola's lovely. Justine is sweet. Katleho's cool.
Right.
No, not on the show. On the show, even when they're tasting your food, there's nothing more excruciating than someone just staring you down as they're eating. I was like, this is the only time I don't want eye contact.
That's incredible. Was there any challenge in particular that really stood out for you?
As the most difficult?
Yeah.
I felt like all of them were difficult because for me, I'm kind of like a creative, I call it creative, but more chaotic kind of cook.
Those two go together.
I like lots of time. I don't want there to be like some kind of like aim or goal.
Yeah.
And this time around, you had like a set time. You had to finish within those parameters, and there was a challenge to it. So that was stressful. But on the semi-finals, we had to recreate a dish. You know, when they give you a dish and then you have to like try to replicate it.
Yeah.
I am like, and so so I was really panicked about that one and like just trying to create it. And thankfully, it was the winning dish as well for that challenge. So.
No, I love it. You take the scenic route, which I completely get, because we want to enjoy
I think
everything
everyone was too stressed. Like I was like all sitting, and then people were like, time.
Let's go.
When I threw in like my asparagus, it was like 3, 2, 1, and I was, yeah.
Watching those shows on the other station.
I think being lucky enough to sort of have eaten around the world at some of the very best restaurants, you start to learn and train your eye the more you see. So I think like my plate, I'm used to having taken photos of food and doing all that stuff, that you know how it should look on the plate as the end result. And I always knew what I wanted to do, so the start and the end was always clear. It was just getting there. There's so many detours.
It's a process.
So I think plating, because that's a huge part. People will love your food more if they've seen it and liked it before they've even tasted it.
I agree, because you're right, we do eat with our eyes first. And speaking about eating around the world, I mean, can you maybe mention some of your favorite places? What is the food capital of the world, according to Seth?
Oh, the most controversial thing is that as a hugely proud South African, I think that Cape Town should be seen as a food capital. But lately,
controversial, it's the truth.
But now I'm studying even South African food. There's some incredible South African restaurants in London, but the best Italian food I've eaten or best Japanese food I've eaten was not in Italy or Japan, was in London.
That's crazy.
So I feel like it is a bit of a capital, but my favorite restaurants still come locally. Like there's so many I can name, like Salsify, Koi, Salon, what else? Fane, like there's a lot of places. And what makes me sad though is the fact that most of the people that go to those places are just tourists. I want more South Africans them, and I think it's a really good change.
Also, Siba's restaurant. I recently had the privilege to go there, and I was like, it was so good to have a 5-star experience, but eating local food that you're familiar with. So that was an incredible experience. What are we making today, though? What is on the menu? I'm a bit nervous.
So I'm nervous. So I'm making one of the winning dishes that I made on the show. It's a scallion pancake, and I'm making it with like salmon trout and some pickled. On the show, I used radishes. Today we'll use onions, but it's interchangeable.
I'm so excited for that, and I did watch that pod, and I thought, okay, you beat Graham. Okay. What's going on here?
No, Graham just ran out of time. He was making great stuff. Like, I still want to eat his steamed bread.
Yes, no, it looked delicious.
And I need him to teach me how to make it, actually.
Okay, Graham on that dombolo. We're here for it. Well, Seth, I'm going to send you to the kitchen. Ral is waiting for you.
Cool.
I can't wait to get into this. It's going to be so delicious. It was a winning dish at Expresso, fam. Let me tell you that you want to add this to your artillery as well. A scallion pancake with some salmon, and then we're going to add some pickles on there. Ral, Rel, tell us more about it.
Yo, that sounds delicious. And I was thinking that my pancakes in the mountain were like primo, but now I've just heard that it gets even better, and I'm excited to learn more. Seth, it's so good to have you in the kitchen. How you doing, man?
I'm stressed now.
Why
I'm
are you
sitting next
stressed?
to you.
What do you mean, man? This is like your home. Literally, I love the conversation you had about traveling around the world, about eating with your eyes. And a reminder, Mzansi, that this is, let me officially welcome you to the Culinary Heartland. Blink, ting, ting, ting. With Seth, Shezi in the building. Now, a reminder.
Can I just come here every day? This is the best energy.
We like your hype squad, and there's a reason for it. We're going to celebrate everything that you brought onto our screens, and especially to our kitchen this morning.
Brilliant.
I was talking about pancakes.
Yes.
I am an aficionado of pancakes. I do it in the mountain. There's rumors that I'm one of the best, but I think that rumor's going to get like crushed now because you're here. So I'm going to hand over to the master himself. I want you to talk us through exactly what a scallion pancake actually is and how we put it together.
So simply put, a scallion pancake just has spring onions.
Okay.
So like in American terms, like spring onions is a scallion. And the name of the dish is actually a Chinese kind of dish. But if you can make it however way you want. Because if you want to make it and then knead it again, but we're doing the quick version because
this
is a meal.
version.
No, this is a meal for 30 minutes. So like you can make this at home and it'll be done in 30 minutes and everyone can have something to eat.
All right, well, take us through the process. The master is here to assist you any conundrums that you might have. And yeah, let's get into it, bro.
Okay, should we start? Okay, I think we should start with the pancake first. It's the simplest part. It's the part we're most familiar with.
Leaping the winner already. I'm feeling like a sous chef out here.
But you cook a lot, don't you?
We try. I mean, I'm always about convenience. I'm always about getting like a nutritional balance. So flavor, unfortunately, is sometimes secondary to my eating world, which is something that you'd be so disappointed in, I'm sure, after your experience. But that's why we're here. I think everybody's wanting to kind of get enriched in flavors.
But I feel like we use food for so many different things, though. So I feel like if you're doing it from the wellness side of things, I'm working on a cookbook at the moment, and they were trying to get me to like pick a theme.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what the theme is going to be because it's going to change every time based on what I'm trying to serve. One day you want to be healthy, one day you want to get great flavor and stuff like that. So I think I might be tapping into you.
Maybe. I think that's where you kind of, in my mind, play because you have this sartorial style about you. You bring your style into your food. You see with your eyes, like you mentioned in your interview. So I'm here for it, man.
Well, I mean, I feel like it takes one to know one because you also bring in a bit of yourself to everything that you're doing because you always bring your fitness and your wellness sort of like introspective into it.
We try, Seth. But listen.
Okay, so slowly I'm going to try and make the sauce. But in the beginning, you want to start with like a minimal amount of oil when you're making because this is the Chinese 5 spice, this is the ginger.
What did you put in there?
This is olive oil.
Ah, okay.
This is olive oil, right?
Okay, got you. And then you have the five spices.
This is the Chinese 5 spice, this is ginger, and so it's going to get like beautiful aromatics. But then in the beginning, you don't want a lot of oil because you want the actual spices to sort of like toast. You know when you're making like a curry, for instance, you would first sort of like dry toast the spices.
And bring some of those flavors out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so we're trying to do that.
Now,
How do I lower this slightly?
I wanted to ask that because when I saw these for the first time online, on the show, wow, you got this sort of perfect balance of, I don't know, like a well done on the outside, almost, I wouldn't say crunchy, but a very different texture change from the outside to the inside, where you had the inside still kind of gooey and soft. That for me is a perfect pancake without even adding the scallion effects to this. How do we make sure we get that effect right? Because that's a winning effect, right?
So that is visibly, you can see. So if you just add those and make sure they don't burn, then you're kind of forced to have to finish it when it's just right.
Makes sense, all right.
If it was Italian pasta, we would say al dente.
And let's kind of like take it back because obviously we're out here.
Yeah, I was saying like every time when I go somewhere now, even if it's just an interview, I'm so used to being asked things about fashion and like style this or whatever, which is easy.
And then rolls off your tongue. Yeah.
Now I have to cook more, which is just like, well, I'm used to having to do this in the privacy of my own. It's quite difficult to say. Okay, how do I make this less? There you go.
See,
I figure it out.
Figure it out. Yeah, man, we're well acquainted in any kitchen, it seems. Clearly, there's a reason why you took that top spot. So how are we looking on the sauce? How are we looking on the
sauce?
pancake?
I think is toasted enough now, so we can probably rev up the fire a bit. Once I figure out the stove, I really don't know.
That one is over here.
This one.
Yeah. Giving you a full like 101 on our kitchen here, man. Got that one? Yeah.
Isn't this? You won't be trying to narrate it and explain it to anyone, so you can actually do it quite easily.
You have a lot less distractions. Oh, look at that. Nicely done.
You see?
Ooh, okay.
So now on the
show,
I was like flipping it and stuff like that. But like today, I think we're going to try and remain. Is there butter? Do you know?
I don't have butter here in front of me, but I can try and source some butter for you.
No, it's okay.
I'll try to arrange that in the interim.
Cool. All right. So then with the salmon, again, you want like just a tiny bit of like the 5 spice so that it kind of picks up again from it.
And is this to carry on with that sort of oriental flavor profile?
And listen, you add so little, it's really not even for flavor, it's more just to make sure that you get the hint of the aromatics.
Kind of carries through.
Yeah. And I mean, we get this in South Africa, like, so all of our food is based so much on, like,
thank you, kind sir. Lucian at your service always. This man has everything you need. Thank you, Lucian. Appreciate you.
What do you do? He's being so gentle and
So
nice
we're mixing
today.
the olive oil and the butter together. Is there a reason for this? I know Zanzi's going to be watching this and asking so many questions. I'm going to ask on their behalf.
So like, typically you'd want the butter because it adds like a creaminess to it. And also you can cook butter to make sure that I get the crispy skin on my salmon because I eat skin. Unlike most people who usually run away from the skin, I eat it. And the easiest way to make that is by using butter.
Has the salmon skin eating got anything to do with your perfect skin tone? Is there a secret there that we don't know about?
What's your secret?
I think everybody's going to start eating salmon skins after you mentioned that, man. But I think you're 100% right. There's so much nutritional value in them. Obviously, the omegas and everything else. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it also, and so I love how this meal almost lends towards playing with an experience.
Yeah.
And not just flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
I love
completely. And people usually shy away from like salting their things, but actually it's good for you because it disappears anyway into the pan.
All right.
So it's not going to be too spicy.
Okay, got
Cool.
you. That makes sense.
All right, and then this doesn't need a lot of cooking. So I'm the kind of person who prefers my salmon still kind of slightly raw in the middle.
Like a medium rare kind of vibe.
Very much so. And then that's the easiest way to actually make sure that it doesn't lose its tenderness.
Zanji, just...
See, I'm trying to not like overdo things. On the show, I was like flipping pancakes and everything.
Listen, less is more right now, and everything that you've done is showing off with the flicks there. It's absolutely perfect. We are going to be carrying on and finishing this meal in just a bit.
Perfect,
so we thought we'd just really get Zanzi excited for this. So we'll talk to him about the finish. Of course, you can head over to expressoshow.com if you want some inspiration. But Seth's going to be hanging out with us for the morning, and I'm so grateful for it. So, bro, it's smelling delicious. Let's finish this up and show it off to Mzansi later.
Oh, awesome.
It's going to be good.
Oh, man. Well, first of all, now everyone thinks Seth is a chef, and he has to be one now. So that's it. It's incredible when you think about that journey. I know you've had a beautiful chat with him, but when I watched that fight with him and the incredible Danelle, they would have kicked my butt. You have no idea. Just got real. Cannot wait to see what he's going to do in the kitchen for us for the rest of the morning. Then, of course, we've got Gareth James back in South Africa after an incredible US tour, selling out wherever he goes here in South Africa, doing some amazing...
But it is January, so we got to focus on that 5-year plan. What's your game plan? It's a big question. It's very early in the morning, but you got to get the brain thinking. You got to, plan it out so that you...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And you are back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, dishing out all the feel good on this Wednesday morning. And right now, we're going to do even more of that with the incredibly talented South African singer and songwriter, Gareth James, joins us, fresh from his award-winning performances in the US of A. And we're going to about to dive into his inspiring story. It's so good to have him back here. But before we get into it, let's take a sneak peek at his talents.
The world don't need another soapbox preach, talking about streets of gold. Just someone they can lean on and a steady hand to hold. We don't need bigger churches or with higher steeples. We need deeper love, softer hearts, and better people.
Oh, better people indeed. Don't we? Can we get a round of applause? Gareth James in the house. Welcome home, son. Welcome home. I know it's been a few months. I would imagine you haven't stopped to take a breath since coming back.
Honestly, no.
Looking at your tour schedule, some amazing tribute concerts as well that give us a beautiful kind of understanding of where the musical influences come from. But we got to ask, dude, you've been to the US, you spent 4 months. It's got to be said, on probably the toughest circuit in the world when it comes to your lane. What was that experience like, bro?
You know what? It's the kind of thing that is really difficult to really explain. But all I can say is the talent that I came across in the States is ridiculous, and and to be put in the same sort of caliber as those people was really like an amazing feeling.
Well done.
But you were right there, and that is so exciting. I've got to ask you though, I mean, I'm sure there were so many of these, but what were some of the highlights that you can really pick out, being in a foreign space, being in the first world space, but being there because of your talent and skill?
When I arrived in Texas for the Texas Sounds Awards, and I got to see the other talent, I actually went straight onto a video call with my wife, and I was like, babe, this doesn't look like it's happening. There's crazy talent here. And I mean, every single person from the one to the next was just incredible, So when it came my time to perform, which was initially supposed to be at the end of the thing, they said, no, we're changing it now. You're performing first. So after I performed, like, I've got this. It's in the bag. Until after the, the rest of the people, went on, I was like, wow, never mind. So, but it was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, I love that.
Winning awards, you almost can't invest too much in that sort of thing because they are going to be the biggest of your life that you're going to lose. And if that's your measurement of success, you're probably going to lose every time. And you need to be able to play the long game. But when you do get the recognition that, but when you think of how hard, how many hours you've spent perfecting your sound, working on your tone, working on lyrics, how does that feel?
It was such an incredible feeling that when they called my name, I kind of had to look around to make sure that
Is there another James?
Guy was like, hey, it's you. So it was really like surreal. I really had for a couple of days after I later sort of, is this real?
And rightly so, man.
Yeah, who was the first person you called to just
my wife, straight away.
She was still on video call.
She was,
She actually was.
The entire time.
I was on video call, and friends of mine was holding the phone.
I love this. Because you do need that support system. And it's so good to be in a collaboration with somebody that's there for you every step of the way,
100%.
that's seen you in your darkest and can celebrate those wins along with you as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And also get into some new music with you. I'm sure she's been on that journey.
Well, listen, that's a conversation for a whole nother day.
The inspiration, I'm sure, too.
She must ask you every day, is this one about me or...
No. It's normally a case of, really, this one?
So she's basically a normal wife.
Yes, I know that for sure. But let's talk about this new music. I mean, Feb is going to be such a huge month for you. It's the month of love. It's the month of Gareth James. So let's get into what you've got prepared for us.
Well, I actually signed a deal with a record company out of North Carolina.
Amazing.
And so we're going into studio. We're actually in the studio process at the moment, putting out a new single in Feb,
Has this changed the influence? Because now you've had influence that is now, as opposed to growing up with it, listening. And I know you dip into a lot of different pools of influence, but this sound that we're going to get from you now, is it going to be different?
You know what? I come from a rock and roll background, and I kind of steered away from it over the years. And the new sound, it's going all the way back to the roots again. It's just, I haven't lost the country sound that I love so much. You know, so I've just sort of incorporated the rock and roll roots, you know, just to bring it back again, you know. So a lot of the older fans that I lost over the years, you know, that weren't really into the country thing, we'll probably find them coming, knocking on the door again. Hey, where you at? Where you been?
Yeah,
so I'm really looking forward to the new sound as well. It's going to be cool.
And country has a new relevance at the moment.
does,
It's a different
It's
genre.
evolving constantly.
And a new audience too, which is so exciting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, Gareth James rocking and rolling, baby. We can't wait to get into it. Again, we get VIP seats. That's the most exciting part into this journey, and maybe a sneak peek into the next single that we're going to see come February.
Yeah, officially, say what you want, but Gareth is an international. And I can't wait to dive into more of his entertainment that he's going to provide for us throughout this morning. So you, Mzansi, are in for an absolute treat. What are you waiting for? And speaking of treats, we've got something to treat you, and that's when you match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2. And that's for 17 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. So don't miss out. You can play the Lotto for an estimated 3 million rand, the Lotto plus for 5 million, and Lotto plus 2 for 9 million rand today. What are you waiting for? So buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529 hash and then follow the USSDs. We've also taken the liberty of putting all the details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can go check it out right now and make sure you get yourself in the running to win when you play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 17 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. Woo! And let me tell you, there's so much more to get excited about. Not just the millions, but you're going to be feeling like a millionaire on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We've got some good questions for you and want to know about your 5-year plan. We're also going to be tucking into Seth's incredible dish. He's going to be finishing that off for us. And we've got more recipes coming your way. We've got a lovely chakalaka with, I think it's courgettes, something of that kind. It's a steak, and you're going to absolutely love it. But of course, we're going to dive into more of Seth's meals in just a bit of Mzansi, so don't go anywhere. See you in a bit.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're feeling so good hanging out with Seth right now, and he's showing off some incredible pancakes from another world. Seth, talk to me about how you finished off this incredible dish, man.
Okay, so the simple thing is you want to have a bit of pickle on it. So we've used pickled onions, but you can use any pickle you want. Just make sure that it's like slightly sweet enough to balance out the flavors, because you've got the dough down there with the scallion or spring onion, and then the salmon also will be finished off with, which is the beautiful sauce right here. It's a miso, Chinese 5-spice, and ginger. So, and then
while we pay attention to Seth finishing off this incredible meal, here's a reminder to you, Mzansi, he's not going anywhere. The culinary conundrum will continue, and he's bringing through another exceptional dish. For now, though, I'm going to just stand here, stare at this masterpiece, while you, Mzansi, get to dive into the latest when it comes to all official duties. Carissa's standing by with the news. Ooh, bro, this looks amazing.
I know. Should we eat it now?
Yes, please.
It's gone 7 o'clock. Let's get into your national news headlines. The government has tabled a revised wage offer of 5.5% for public sector workers, following a rejection of the previous 5% increase. Now, labour unions met with the employer at the Public Sector Coordinating Bargaining Council to discuss the new proposal. Originally, workers demanded 12%, now reduced to 6%. Claude Nyker from the Public Servants Association notes improvements in non-financial benefits, such as a housing allowance increase from 1,700 to 1,900, plus an inflation-related adjustment in July and a boost to the medical aid subsidy. Second to news in the country, President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed the 55th World Economic Forum in Davos, highlighting South Africa's focus on economic growth, inequality, and its G20 presidency. Now, he described hosting the G20 as a pivotal moment for Africa, emphasizing the importance of global collaboration to tackle humanity's challenges and end wars causing innocent suffering. Ramaphosa urged global financial institutions to support developing nations like South Africa in transitioning to low-carbon economies, given their limited role in causing climate change. He affirmed that Africa remains open for business. And in your international news making headlines, Donald Trump, sworn in as U.S. president again on Monday, issued a wave of executive orders yesterday. And he announced the U.S. would exit the World Health Organization, or WHO, and the Paris Climate Agreement, pledged to exploit Alaska's natural resources with a, and I quote, drill, baby, drill promise, and ordered military border sealing. Other actions included reinstating the death penalty for certain immigrant crimes, commuting sentences for far-right groups and members of the Oath Keepers and Proud Boys, pausing foreign aid, and controversially proposing to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. Meanwhile, in news on the continent, Mozambique's opposition leader, Venancio Mondlane, has expressed willingness to serve in President Daniel Chapo's government if his demands to resolve the political crisis following disputed elections are met. Chapo stated that a team is considering whether to invite Mondlane to join a new inclusive government. The two leaders seem open to reconciliation after post-election unrest that claimed around 300 lives. Now, Mondlane, who rejected his October election defeat as rigged, was defeated by Chapo, who won with 65% of the vote. Now, for your 7 o'clock news, we close off with this story where Brazilian orthopedic surgeon and Olympic kite surfer Bruno Lobo became a hero in São Luís after saving a young woman from drowning. While testing a camera during a kite surfing session, Lobo heard frantic cries for help. Spotting her caught in a powerful current, he raced to her aid using the kite to reach her. Calmly urging the panicked swimmer onto his back, he navigated the waves with precision and brought her safely to shore. Exhausted, Lobo handed her over to relieved lifeguards and friends who praised his bravery. Now, Lobo, who was placed 7th in his discipline at the Paris Olympics and specializes in knee surgery, humbly called it, quote, an honor to be God's instrument that day. Absolutely beautiful that he's been used as a vessel to do good. Thank you, Lobo, for saving lives one day at a time. It's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's delve into some sports. Here's your latest.
For the sake of the fans in studio, we'll start with a little footy. Let's get into our sporting headlines with Liverpool securing a 2-1 win over Lille, maintaining their perfect Champions League record and advancing directly now to the last 16. Mohamed Salah, who's had a resurgence of note this season, opening the scoring while Harvey Elliott's deflected strike sealed the victory. That was after Lille's Jonathan David had equalised. So as a result, Liverpool remained the only team with 21 points in the expanded competition. Loving it. Then we turn to cricket, not the greatest outcome as rain disrupted the SA20 match at Kingsmead, forcing the game between Durban's Super Giants and MI Cape Town to be abandoned after just 45 minutes of play. So the Cape Townians on 69 for 3 after 11 overs when the rain began, and they now move a level with leaders Paul Royal on 16 points. As a result, Durban's Super Giants, however, remaining anchored to the bottom of the table with just 8 points. Still early days, though. Both teams earning claiming 2 points from that no result, but clearly a lot of work to be done still. Now we turn to rugby and throwing it forward. Experienced tight head prop Nettling Forshare has committed to the DHL Stormers, signing a 3-year contract extension that keeps him in the squad up until 2028. The 32-year-old, a key player since 2018 with 88 caps under his belt, brings some massive scrum power, versatility, and I think much needed leadership. Forshare rejected overseas offers, prioritising his ambitions of representing South Africa. And great to have him still here in the fold. Then we turn to tennis, and Novak Djokovic edged past Carlos Alcaraz in a thrilling generational battle, let's call it, to advance to the Australian Open semi-finals. The 37-year-old Serb, chasing now a record 25th Grand Slam title, overcame the 20-year-old Spaniard 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 6-4 in 3 hours and 37 minutes. Djokovic, aiming for his 11th Melbourne title, extended his record to 50 Grand Slam semi-finals. Incredible. Next, he faces Alexander Zverev, who secured his spot with another hard-fought victory in this one over Tommy Paul. Hopefully for both players, didn't take too much out of the tank, but it really has been a stellar Australian Open. Let's turn now to the traffic, see if the roads are playing along today before we get into the weather.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, a lot of you heading on the roads right now, so let's see how we can assist you. And starting off in Durban, KZN. Now, there's been an accident on the N2 northbound, and that's before the M7 interchange at Edwin Swales. Now, the right lane is obstructed. Now, the roads are also slippery due to rain, so wherever you're heading, exercise extreme caution while driving. From KZN, we move over to Cape Town now, and Milnerton, there seems to be delays expected for motorists as a result of congestion along the N7 northbound at Bosmansdam. So again, from the visuals, you can see that you need to maintain a safe following distance, and of course, just stay safe on the roads wherever you are headed this morning. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. Reporting from the world of weather, and the South African Weather Service has issued multiple warnings for adverse weather conditions. Now, a yellow level 2 warning for disruptive rain may cause flooding in southern KwaZulu-Natal, its coast and interior. Now, severe thunderstorms with heavy rain, damaging winds and lightning are expected in the province's western parts as well. Now, between Oyster Bay and Port Edward, a yellow level 1 warning in terms of a caution against damaging winds and waves, which is posing risks to small vessels. And then a fire danger is high in most of the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape. Additionally, extreme heat and discomfort are forecasted for the Northern and Western Cape interiors, including the mother city, Cape Town. Well, this morning we had an incredible start to our sunrise view picture, and Serena's come through with another one, all the way from Belito this time, and it's a bright, bold, powerful sunrise, and showing the ocean once again. I love how we get to see these pictures as the sun reflects off that beautiful big blue, but thank you so much, Mzansi. We love it. You're putting a massive smile on everyone's dial out here in the studio, and we're going to try to do it one more time. So the next hour, you can use the number 063-408-8863 and showcase your sunrise to us and the rest of the world. For now, though, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
It's so crazy crazy that Vusa is hotter than Uppies today, but listen, wherever you are, please stay hydrated and make sure that you use that SPF. Stay protected. I think a good plan is actually to stay in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I think people should do that, and we're going to give you...
Place.
It's a happy place.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a reason why. Seth is still in the building, and we made a delicious scallion pancake, but we also have to introduce something else on our culinary hotline bling. I'm seeing chakalaka, I'm seeing pomegranates, I'm seeing bread. This sounds like a great combo.
We're bringing some local flavors this time.
Oh, yes. We have to touch on the local flavor, Mzansi. We got your back. Not only that, if you're thinking about the rest of the year, yes, there's still many days ahead of us, and you're thinking about a game plan to tackle on for the next 5 years in particular, we want to get into this conversation. I want to kind of bring you into this too, Seth, because I want to know what his 5-year plan is to take over the world and make sure that everybody tastes a little bit of South Africa. So we'll get into that straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, please, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up on SC right now. And look, it's the start of 2025, and what a better way to kick off the year than by mapping out our 5-year plan. Whether it's personal growth, career milestones, or unforgettable experiences, I think now's the time to dream big and stay making it happen. You guys ready for this?
Lot of pressure.
I'm ready.
Sorry, Paul Seth was asking us a few moments ago, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And we didn't want you to have too much time to think about this, because I think a lot of us get caught out by this question because we don't want to look too far ahead in the future, but we need to have a long-term vision.
We do.
So I'm going to ask you, because you're at quite an interesting stage of your career where things are popping. Obviously, you've been taken down a slightly different path now.
Yeah,
with this. But it's, well, I'm going to say another layer has been added, maybe is a better way of looking at it. But could you sum up, do you walk around with a 5-year plan? Is that something that fits into your mindset?
So one of the things that I always say every time I talk about my career is that it's so unconventional because it changes so often, and I like it that way because I always used to think that, like, because I wanted to have a creative career, I would have to pick one and then wear that hat. But nowadays, I feel like things change so often. We are now in the advent of, like, for instance, AI. Things like that change. You need to just always make sure that you hop onto it, don't get left behind, because everything as it changes will allow you to express yourself in a different way. So every sort of few years, I express my other parts and other corners. So now maybe it's food, it was fashion before. It keeps changing, and if you keep educating yourself, that's what I tell myself. So I'm just always like trying to learn. So I am interested in AI at the moment, and to try and force myself to learn, I actually even bought like stocks, shares on like some AI companies. And if you're invested in that, you have to know about it.
Got some skin in the game,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Love it.
Can I still say you're still into fashion a little bit? Okay, let's not
never
just
escape that.
close that chapter quite yet.
No, never.
But that is a really good mindset to have, because you've got to be agile when things are changing so much. Being the youngest of us here.
Am I?
Okay,
Yes,
Dude,
the skin
I'm
for you.
25
just being
years old.
polite, okay? I'm just being polite. It obviously has a slightly different relevance for you, because your career is now really opening up doors. So how do you put it into perspective?
It's crazy because actually this year marks my 10th year in broadcasting, but only now I'm like, let me start my 5-year plan. So I felt like I've been building for the last decade, and now it's in a place where I can dream big, but also not only just dream, but know that it's so attainable. So I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, a cover or 2 or 3, I can do this. Not only that, let me host my own show. Not only that, let me see if I can even start a family while being a broadcaster. I think that's going to be such an interesting avenue. As a woman in this space.
As a woman,
because I feel like I could do it all, but let's see how it goes. And I think that's so exciting when plotting and planning and executing and putting together a 5-year plan.
I thought you were going to say something else there for a second. I'm like, wow, but you must be that excited and emotional. Well, I like the way that you're thinking about the practical steps. And when you think about your 5-year plan, because I know you generally are quite a target-orientated person. You can imagine him going out there and doing it. But what practical steps are you doing to achieve what you want to do?
I think I'll definitely take a massive page out of Seth's book when you talk about Forever the Student. And I think I have this systematic approach to a 5-year plan. Even though I'm actioning goals towards it, there's still 50% of me that's constantly learning, constantly upskilling and educating, because there might be a better opportunity or a better way to reach that goal maybe sooner than 5 years. So for me, it's kind of constantly balancing, stay present in the moment while still looking towards the future. Don't get lost in that either, but also don't not think about it at all. So it's this constant juggling act that I'm trying to do every single day. Does this serve the bigger purpose? Or is it stimulating me right now? And what's more important? And that changes.
Oh, you said the word, bro. You said the P word.
What, pivot?
Purpose. Listen, we can still be ready to pivot. Let's not let go of that. But I'm glad you used a COVID word there, because... and I'm going to say it, because people have kind of swept COVID under the carpet without realizing that it's going to be a 3 to 5 year recovery plan for everybody.
100%.
And people were doing different jobs. People were hustling in different ways during COVID. So it's all right to start thinking about the long term and letting go.
Wait, what's yours?
Hey,
You see how he's deflecting?
I like yours, man. Well, you are being agile and direct. I like that. It's very much along the lines of what both of you have said. And I think partly how you are feeling because of the resurgence within our industry. I feel like doors have been opened for me now that didn't exist in our industry before. I can see a rung in the industry that didn't exist before COVID. So for me, it's about letting go of the old baggage and just embracing that. Investing in new talent as it comes up. You need to be able to be mentored from up, down, down, up, from sideways. You talk about AI. We are all going to need to plug into where society is right now. And that means having a multi-generational connection. You've got to be able to do that. So for me, it's kind of, I feel like I've been very solo for the last few years. Now it's about everybody.
Collaboration.
Let's raise the baseline so we can all enjoy the fruits of that labor, because the fruits are coming, y'all. The fruits
I'm ready to eat.
coming.
What is something bigger? I love that.
Put that on your vision board, man.
Zans had a lot to say about this one as well. Obviously posted this question out to our people. And Seth, we've got Gary Orkamp, who's pretty much like our family member right now. Always has a great opinion. He says, I need to repopulate my board. Each time I manifest something, I remove it from the board. So Gary, if you have a clear board, that means you've smashed all your goals. So,
Making room for the next. Yes, Gary. All right, we also had Solani getting in touch saying, good morning, looking for a new job. Driver's license. I'm going to say that again. Driver's license. And looking for my own place. Yes, definitely.
I'd encourage that driver's license. That's
I would
important.
encourage
That's
that.
a big unlock. You can do so much more with that. So get your license.
It's obtainable.
It is.
It's obtainable.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
something that can be within your control. Let's look at another.
Mark Gavin comes through and says, good morning. Oh, I love this. 2025 vision board. Liverpool to win the English Premier League.
Y'all can dream, son. Y'all can
I'm putting that out there as well.
But Forrest is going to win, bro, or something's going to happen, dude. It's just, I can see it now. He's ruined it for
Forrest are looking
everybody. Mark Gavin, you have ruined football for Liverpool fans across the globe.
Commentators curse.
Oh,
No.
Can I ask you guys a question, though, on the front of 5-year plans? Just a quick one, if you could give me a tidbit. How do you actually sit down and do it on a practical sense? Do you write them down? Do you draw it up? Do you break it down 1 year, 2 year, 3 year?
I go for
the
the
ADHD version, or do you want the... It's on about 30 different devices, bits of paper, a big whiteboard. Whatever I'm looking at that day, it is. And then the joy is I'll come back to it 5 years from now, discover a note that was left somewhere, be like, oh, I've done this. I've done it. Or I'd forgotten about that. But yeah, it's all over the place for me, but it's there in the consciousness.
Okay, but also quite visible.
Yeah, no, it does help.
Love
It does.
All right, thank you.
I prefer a mood board.
Yeah?
I have to visually see it. I have to walk past it a few times.
And I know that mood board looks good because the fashion is there.
How long
the
does it take you to make
Yeah, to put it together, like just shift together, yeah.
So thank you for that. Well, if you are looking for resources to help bring you and your 5-year plan to life, do check out Absa's financial planning tools on absa.co.za. From budgeting to investing, they've got you covered. So your 2030 self, that's so far away from now, will thank you.
My heart.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
Absa, official banking partner of the Premier League.
Oh, we're bringing in big conversations, loaded questions, and when we think about 5 years, perhaps on your 5-year plan, it's to finally complete those home renovations or your DIY project that you keep putting off. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So listen, get ready to roll up your sleeves for another episode of Handy Heroes, and the experts at Build It Bethlehem in the Free State are back with top DIY tips and painting hacks to make tackling your next project and 2025 goal or 2020 right now an absolute breeze.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Build It Bethlehem in the Free State.
Our store in Bethlehem, we opened up in 2005, and then in 2007 we joined the Build It group. To make me proud of the store and the service, it comes to our yes we can attitude that we have, and friendliness of the staff and the service. What make us the best hardware store in Bethlehem, it's definitely our service. I always tell my personnel when we have meetings, sell service, the service will sell the product. The best store to buy Plascon is definitely Build It Bethlehem. The reason for that is we very well priced on our Plascon products. I like the way that Plascon is reclaiming for their market space, and it's a very good product. I can just say Plascon, that's the only one to go for. My favorite Plascon product, I must say, will be the Polven range. You get good coverage, and it's also the quality is good and it's well priced. My DIY tip, sounds simple, but don't rush your paint job. That's it, don't rush it. Build It Bethlehem, yes we can.
Today's Handy Heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
and I'm carrying that with me throughout the year. I've got this in every space, including the kitchen, which is where I'm headed to next. And I think I'm gonna need some butter because we're gonna get into something good, and butter makes everything better, especially when we've got bread.
Yes.
Now, this is gonna be an open sandwich. We're gonna add some steak, some courgette ribbons. We also have chakalaka, pomegranate. It's gonna be delicious.
It's going to be absolutely great.
Out of 10, what are we?
We're aiming for 10.
We're aiming for 10,
Yeah.
and we are going to get that 10 because actually Seth's going to cook and I'm going to assist him along the way. Because we have another edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Coming up straight after this in Zanzi. We'll see you there.
Win a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast Competition. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products. WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Earlier, Seth wowed us with the scallion pancakes. And listen, this had some salmon on it. It had some pickled radishes, and my favorite part, the miso ginger sauce. I'm definitely going to steal that one. But now it's time to spice things up and bring in a South African twist. Chakalaka steak open sandwich with courgette ribbons is what I'm talking about. And of course, Seth's going to lead us through this on the next installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling. It's a ting, 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 Seth. You're going to have to learn the lines.
No, I'm going to have to. I'm still waking up. It's so early.
This is true. This is a recipe that will definitely invigorate you. I'm excited. An open sandwich, but with steak and chakalaka. And I'm seeing you adding some extra things here.
No, I mean, I think this is like a good one for people who live by themselves.
Oh.
Like, for instance, for a guy, you don't want a meal that takes too long to prepare. And so if you live by yourself and you're still single, I mean, it could be anyone who's single. So I think this is a great meal. And also, South Africans love steak.
Oh, yeah, the nyams, they love nyama.
Yeah, and then for me, like, I think an open sandwich is like the easiest way to sort of like have a balanced meal, and that you can make in less than half an hour.
And we're still adding some greens.
We're still adding some greens. Greens are
Chakalaka's got some
important.
carrots in it.
Exactly. It's all vegetables. Beans, it's important.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Healthy. Okay, boy dinner is what we're going to actually call this. How do we get started on our boy dinner?
Okay, so the easiest way to start with is to make sure you have room temperature steak, because then you don't have to cook it through all the way. So you can basically just sear it and have it medium rare. Or
How do you
even
like
rare.
your steak?
I like it rare. So
still mooing.
Still mooing, basically. It needs to be walking. The only thing I make sure is that the fat has to be rendered enough. So, you know, like you like the beautiful cooked out fat, because if you're having a braai, for instance, you want it to be nice and brown. So if you can make sure that it's like that without overcooking the meat part, it's perfect.
Okay.
Cool,
And then do we, please do. Do we add oil to a pan for this?
I actually normally would just start with butter. I don't use...
oh, here we go.
Amazing, thank you. I love that I have like a minion to help me. It's like
I'll be your minion. Only because it's you. Nobody else can call me a minion.
I was expecting a backhand there. It's like, what?
Almost, but it's okay. I don't know you well enough to. Okay, so we add some butter in there. You know what? One of our chefs here, Chef Clem, he basically said that when it comes to meat, he'll even leave it out from the morning.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just so that it can reach that perfect temperature.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's actually always best to like make sure that your meat has had enough time to like breathe. And then when you place it, if there's a lot of oil, you place it away from you so that if it splashes the other way. Just a little tip.
Yes, please. I'm like this, dancing with the oil. Okay, so I was going to ask, so we still season it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like quite generously as well, because I want some of this to like fall into the pan, because once we finish, we're actually going to toast the bread in the oils
and left behind.
in the fats and the juices from the steak. Yeah.
Okay, I love this.
Nothing goes
and I
to
love
waste.
that we just add salt and pepper, because you don't have to add too much to a steak, right?
Like you can add like whatever herb you kind of feel like. So like today we're gonna just like fashion it a little bit with like rosemary, but like you don't really need it. Like a good quality piece of meat, like especially like this, you don't need a lot.
Okay.
Because then the salt and the pepper is just enough to bring out the flavors.
Right. And if you want to treat yourself, boy dinner is right before me. What kind of steak should I go for?
I'd prefer a sirloin, because you want a bit of fat.
Okay.
Like you don't run away from the fat.
I've heard ribeye is pretty good as well.
Yeah, ribeye is great. Yeah. But like for me, I always find like sirloin, one has the good fat, it has the most flavor, and I don't think it's as expensive.
Right.
So it's January.
It is January. I love that you're thinking about that as well. Okay, what else goes on the sandwich? Are we actually going to layer it as we go?
Yeah, we're gonna layer it, but the problem is we need the steak to be done first so we can toast the bread, because this is our catch-all.
Okay.
So we need the bread to basically be the flat, little, beautiful thing.
Yeah, because no one likes a soggy bottom. We always say this. And you want to have a good piece of bread. I did say that on national TV. So what kind of bread do we want?
Ideally, you'd want sourdough bread, but you can use any bread that you really like.
Okay.
So I personally like sourdough bread because it has like good cultures and the yeast, and so it's good for your gut microbiome. So that's
I love that
the health element.
I've recently moved
January.
to a new spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there was this lady I spoke to at the local cafe.
Yeah.
She said that she has a sourdough starter that she's kept for 20 years.
Wow.
I was like, what do you mean? You've kept this animal alive for 2 decades?
Yeah.
So I get you. It definitely
Do you know
is
that
good.
people, when someone like passes in the family, and like people fight over who gets to inherit someone's like starter?
Oh.
That's how important they are.
Forget the millions and the generational wealth. Let's talk about the starter.
Well, if you play your cards right, you could make tons of money from the starter.
You know what? That's wise. That's got a nice little charm.
You know what I mean? That's what you want, because you want it to like seal up nicely on the outside, so you can still have the inside nice and pink.
Okay, so how much time do we spend on either side?
I'm not a very particular cook like that. I just feel for things. You see the seasoning. I didn't say like 3.5 ounces. No, just go with it. Have some flair.
The ancestors lead you
the
through
more you
it.
cook, the more you feel for things, and then you don't actually need a recipe going forward. Except you should still buy my book.
Oh, tell us more. Tell us more about this book. Is it part of the 5-year plan or 2025?
No, so it's immediate. So probably like at beginning of next year. So this time next year, I'll be here showing my book, and it's going to be like a coffee table book. So it's thick. It's and it will have stories inside about the people who inspire me. So there'll be chefs from around the world
Yeah.
and locally, and then their dishes that like I like the most, and
So they
we'll
will
show
be
you how to make them.
recipes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll show you how to make those dishes so you can chef things up at home yourself.
But how about a lookbook in there as well? Because we also want to be inspired by your fashion.
You're definitely gonna have a lookbook.
Yeah,
right?
I love this.
Like I can never escape the fact that I like things to be visual.
Yes,
okay, so this
exactly.
is done. So now it needs to rest.
Okay.
And then in that time, we're going to use the hot pan to actually then toast our bread.
Okay, so I know resting is healthy, it's good, I love to do it myself, but why is the steak resting?
So the steak has to rest because every time you cook it, like the protein goes into a shock. This is so nerdy to have to explain.
No,
this.
but I love this.
It goes into some kind of shock, and so you want to like let it like release those. Because have you noticed how when you eat a steak at a restaurant, it's always so much tender than when you have it at home?
100%.
It's because they just let it rest.
Okay.
And also, beforehand, you could actually just like soak it in a little bit of vinegar to like break down
the steak?
The steak beforehand.
Ah.
Yeah. So if people don't like that flavor, you can just wash it afterwards. But
Oh, it's getting toasty brown.
yeah.
Okay, so we're toasting it so that when we layer things on it, it's not gonna, again, go soft and soggy, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
But also just the butter gives the flavor because you're getting a lot of the flavor from the actual steak.
I love that.
Okay.
Forget a boy dinner. Actually, I identify as a boy. This is delicious. I would definitely eat this.
Okay, all right. So
we'll let that rest. We'll
let
come
that
back
rest now,
to
and then to
doing
bake
all of
the
this.
final. Cool.
Absolutely.
That's the easy part.
Because we still have some courgette ribbons and chakalaka, pomegranate seeds, and pickled onions.
Pickled onions, yes.
To top this with as well on our culinary hotline bling.
Oh,
you missed it. On our culinary hotline bling.
Oh, no. Now I'm on the spot.
All right, I'm gonna teach Seth the way.
Please.
Say ting ting ting. On our culinary hotline bling.
Ting, 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 ting.
You got it.
God, I was waiting for you.
Don't
You
leave
let
me
me down.
hanging. We'll come back to this in just a bit. Continue sending those voice notes and messages to us on our WhatsApp line. If you have any questions for the expert in the kitchen, Seth is here to answer anything that you might desire.
Brilliant. Cool.
Wow, well, I am so grateful that Seth's ting-ting-tinging is not as bad as his cooking skills. So we are grateful for that, and even more grateful for the fact that we are talking about some incredible stuff here. We've got 5-year plans on the horizon, and on your Feel Good Breakfast show, that's what we've been chatting to you about. So perhaps sprucing up your space at home is maybe one of those goals. Now, one way to alleviate a bare wall is to adorn it with wooden paneling. Now, with a gap in the affordable market, Rowan and Roxy Snyman, husband and wife team, established Tula Walls. Now, Carissa got to discover stylish and functional design to transform your living spaces at the new Wood Up showrooms in Cape Town. Check this out.
Hello, Feel Good fam. If you are looking to transform the look and feel of a room in your home, look no further, because today we're going to be inspired by Tula Walls by Wood Up. This is their showroom in Greenpoint, Cape Town, and I am so excited to walk through to see how we can create a beautiful space with Scandinavian designs. Let's go. Anyway, can you tell us more about Tula Walls?
So Tula Wall is actually a company that offers acoustic wooden panels for all your interior needs. And our panels have a PET, 100% PET felt backing, which is exactly what helps with the acoustics in the room. Our slats are made up of MDF board with a real wood veneer finish.
Oh, I love that I don't have to compromise on aesthetics when thinking about functionality.
Yeah, definitely. So our acoustic panels offer a Scandinavian design, which offer both simplicity and functionality in your room. And we've collaborated with Sofa Company, which is also a Danish company. So these really work well together. And as you can see, how you can use your panels in a living room kind of space setting.
Wait, so does that mean that I can turn the volume up?
So our acoustic panels are useful for sound dampening and not necessarily soundproofing. So don't turn up the volume too much. You don't want to disturb your neighbors.
So when it comes to my wall, is there anything I could add to give it that va-va-voom?
Oh my goodness, yes! I'm so glad that you asked that question. So we've got a range of accessories. Right here with me, I've got a little remote, and what this does is it switches on our LED lights. Wow. So those are LED strip lights that literally fit right in between our wooden slats. On this remote, you're able to control the dim and brightness of the LEDs. So within our Create range, we also have shelves, we've got hangers, we've got dubs, which are great if you wanted to hang up some artwork. You are more than welcome to order samples online, but the alternative is that you can come directly to the showroom and I will happily give you some free samples. Come on, let's go upstairs and I'll show you where.
Londiwe, I am so spoiled for choice. Okay, can I take 2 of these?
Yes, of course. You can take as many as you like.
Don't tell me that, because I might walk away with everything. So tell me more about the installation process of the Tula walls.
So our panels, you are able to DIY them. So on our website, you can check out our installation guide videos. Alternatively, you can reach out to one of our recommended installers to come and do the installation for you.
Beautiful. Now this also seems like a great renter-friendly option. You can really personalize the space.
Yeah, definitely. So how you mount the panels up onto the wall, you've got 2 options. You can use mounting glue or screws. So the renter option would be you screw them on so that when you move out, unscrew, take your panels with you.
Okay, so what is the process of ordering? I've got my panels, where to next?
So, of course, now that you're here, you're more than welcome to order directly with me. Alternatively, you can place your order online on our website. Everything, you just throw it in the cart, check out, and then your orders will be on the way to you. And the other option is that if you are having issues with our online orders, you're more than welcome to email or call me or WhatsApp, and I will gladly assist you.
Londiwe, thank you so much. You've been such a great help. My indoor is taken care of. Do you have any outdoor solutions?
Oh yes, of course. Right here behind me is our outdoor panels with aluminium backing. These are guaranteed to make any outdoor space look absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much, Londiwe. Now I'm so inspired to really spruce up my own space and give it that Scandi touch with the help of Tula Walls by Woodup. I'm gonna get into my DIY era. Watch this space. 2025 is going to be the year for, like Ewan said, renovations and just our homes being spruced up and looking so much better.
I think if you look at Tula Walls and essentially what those panels are doing, it completely transforms your space. Your sanctuary can literally evolve, and 2025 can be that year. And it's something as simple as like one panel has such an impact.
Yes.
So get in on those goals, get in on changing your sanctuary, and let's get in on just making some more magic right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
I think we should.
Yes.
We got to make this magic, because this magic is still in studio. We've got Seth here, and we got to finish up the boy/girl dinner. I've included myself in it.
You have to.
I also like steak, and this steak is perfect. Please, can we have a look at that?
Oh, wow. Man.
Not bad, not bad.
This is clearly the attention to detail that got you that winning prize, man. So can you show us how a winner would finish off a moment like this? How do you put it together?
Okay, let's try to do it with some flair.
Yes, please, bring it all.
So I love this, the fact that, you know, nowadays our palates are getting more and more used to actually using local ingredients. So this is chakalaka. We're using that as a base here. So typically you'd use like a kind of relish, but like I want to bring it local.
I love this. And chakalaka and meat goes really well together.
Yeah, completely. And also I feel like we should just start celebrating more local flavors. Like we were talking earlier about the fact that the most difficult things to actually cook, surprisingly, are the traditional dishes. And yet we take them for granted.
Really, and it's intimidating to say the least, because I think these are the meals that we grew up on.
Exactly.
We have so much nostalgia about it.
Yeah.
So there's like a massive bar that's been set by our elders, our peers, our family. So taking that on is quite a task.
Of course, no, definitely. That's why I think it's so intimidating, because you always like take it for granted because you see your grand. Like there's so many things. Like I was last week I tried to make like fed cakes for makeover, and.
Did it
and I was like, wait a minute, I can make all this international, like, you know, MasterChef winning food, and yet I still can't make amaguya. So, like, that's my mission. I need to learn that. So now we're just finishing it off with this ribbons here.
Okay, so the courgettes are cooked or they're raw?
So basically, the raw is better because it's better for your gut, I think.
Okay.
And so I would always just put some vinegar on them while they rest. So like this, you basically just toss them in some vinegar and maybe some olive oil or whatever. But you can also have them completely raw if you want to be very clean eating. So yeah, and then you don't have to make it look you know, like this. But I just think that for me, if I'm having such a simple dinner, then the aesthetics have to elevate it slightly so that I know that I'm eating in December, but, you know.
Right.
I
Also,
shouldn't-
Instagram must know I'm eating good.
Exactly, exactly. My plate shouldn't look like my budget for December. for
Jan. I don't want to look like my problem.
Reminded you, Mzansi, of course, Seth is sticking around. So if you have any more questions for him or just want to get to know something that he hasn't already revealed right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, then come through. He's a beautiful soul, full of raw energy, and he's absolutely here to serve us this morning. And we are grateful for this masterpiece that you put together right here in the kitchen. I'm not calling this food, I'm calling this art. This is like an experience, this is a moment. This is living with Seth Shezi in the kitchen.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, you know, exactly. The worst one was like people trying to say Chef Seth Shezi. I was just like, yeah, that's an impossible.
Challenge accepted. Say that 5 times fast while you're at the ad break of Mzansi, and then we'll come back and see if you can do it. But for now, though, we're going to just talk about how amazing this looks. It smells delicious. You want to get inspired, then, of course, expressoshow.com. But for right now, Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We're going to be bringing the good stuff back in just a bit. Oh, this looks to remind you what I'm doing.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. Gareth James preparing his fingers, his strings, his awesome little band for a performance. He's going to bring us all a little faith in just a moment, but we thought we'd smear some mud on some other celebrities while we've got the opportunity. Now we're going to catch up with what the celebs have been doing with some entertainment news.
There's a lot happening from the UK to SA and the US, but we'll start it in the UK. Not the greatest of news, but there is an actress who's about like 65 years old right now, known in the UK comedy scene, and her name is Pauline Quick. She's just come out and said that she actually has dementia. And I think in Hollywood, this is such an unfortunate thing because, I mean, in any space really, but you need to learn your lines. You need to know what's going on and be present. And when I think about actors like Robin Williams, R.I.P. to the legend that passed away, he also had dementia, by the way.
Bruce Willis is going through right now a form of...
I can't think of how you would actually do life, knowing that you might have dementia now and then knowing that you need your mind and your presence to actually execute the work and the task at hand. That must be so intimidating, so overwhelming. I can do nothing but just wish you strength because That's a tough one to cross.
And it's one of those things you often wonder, are we hearing about it more now because we are finding out more, because there's more coverage, because more people are very bravely, like she has, speaking out about it, so
bringing it forward.
more people can be brought into the fold, or are there more incidents of it because of what we're putting into our bodies? Some interesting questions, but the fact that she's been brave enough to own this and put it out there is quite special.
And we honor her for her role in Birds of a Feather. That's what she's most known for,
yes, I
which
remember
is really
that,
lovely.
Iconic in
Yes,
that space.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can see on screen right now just doing her thing. And we just, wish her well on a journey of just navigating the space that we wouldn't wish upon anybody. So thank you for your talent, Pauline Quirk, and we wish you all the best. Okay, let's talk about South Africa.
Yes, bring it
Let's
on.
bring in Connie Ferguson, another legend.
Yeah.
Absolutely love her. Also, can we talk about the way she's aging? Like fine wine. She has not, in fact, aged a day. She looks so good. But she did go on Instagram just to warn people about scammers that are using her name in order to siphon and get some money. So let's have a listen to what
We've
she
been there,
said.
yeah.
So there's someone on TikTok pretending to be me and scamming people of money, claiming to invest in whatever. I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do whatever online investments that they sell you out there. Don't be scammed. People are taking your money. You won't get money. There is no shortcuts. Do not be scammed. I do not trade in any way, shape, or form, okay? Be careful.
If the warning signs are there, it's never as good as it looks. There are no shortcuts in life. To echo our team upstairs, the bottom line is this is happening on a level that I didn't realize. Over the last few years, all of my Facebook accounts have been taken from me. I can't get them back. Still, okay, and I mean, it's expanded into a much bigger story, but unfortunately, what people can get from your social media platforms, the information, if they have just one hook, so how it would work in my case is someone would see me host someone on the show, make contact with him via Messenger afterwards, say, I love the chat that we had, I've got a PayPal discount for you that I'm going to send through. In fact, I'll drop it straight into your account, send me your details, and that's how easily the conversation starts. So first of all, anyone who's engaging with me on Facebook, that is not me, and this is happening with a lot of people. So just please, if someone sent you a message this morning saying you've won 2 million rand in the Powerball, unless your bank has made contact with you, unless Ituba has made contact with you, you just can't trust. So it's hectic, man.
And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your intuition on that one. Sure.
Sorry, Connie.
Devastating. Sorry, Connie. I mean, it's also not a good feeling being on this side of it.
Awful.
Because it's not you. Well, let's get into maybe some good news after all of that. Talking about Minnie Dlamini, who's had such an incredible past year. It's really good to see her. I think the last big news that we heard was that she was separating from her partner, Quinton Jones, and, all the drama around that. But now it looks like Minnie has found love once again.
Wow.
And they're saying that this guy over here, after they formed a friendship over a while and then realized that you are for me, I am for you. Yes, let's get into this. Dr. Brian Munaisa, celebrity surgeon. So this man knows what he's doing and she knows what she's doing. I love a power couple.
I'll be just cheeky and say that's a good match.
That's a good match. You can see what's going to come from that.
I love that.
Minnie, you can take it up with me when you see me. It's fine. I don't mind.
Take advantage. I would too. I mean, if you have somebody right there, tap into your resources, essentially.
I love that.
We're happy,
Setting yourself up. I love it.
No. And we are sending you guys so much love. We love to see you happy, Minnie. And thank you for sharing your love with us. Well, let's get into the last story of entertainment news. Another a great one. Let's talk about Cantona James and Simone Neethling. In South Africa, of course, we know Cantona from Spinners. That was a huge series that happened last year. From Ardens Flay, of course, we have Simone, and the two of them have just announced that they are engaged. So some more love going around. They shared their engagement photos, and it was so beautiful, I have to say, where he was just like, like, you know what, or at least she said that she gets to share this excitement and gush because she's marrying the most beautifulest human ever.
Oh, that is special.
Why should be calling the most beautifulist? He's so
Because you're
cute.
more than just beautiful, you're the beautiful list.
Okay. And I'm sure he feels absolutely the same way. But a beautiful, happy couple just doing the most, and we love them. We are here for love as we move to the month of love. Thank you so much. That was great.
Yeah,
Something also I love. It's not just love, but also love some good music. And speaking of, the man of the hour is here to take to the stage right now to perform Faith. We're talking about none other than Gareth James in the building. Mzansi, enjoy this talent.
Hey guys, how you doing, man? My name's Gareth James. This next one is called Faith. And, you know, it's got a pretty simple story. You know, sometimes, you know, when a lot of things go wrong, things tend to work themselves out. And this is just a song about you need to have a little bit of faith sometimes.
Hard to believe you with that crooked smile, 'cause everybody lies, lies, lies. I've fallen down far too many times, but I get back up, boy, try, try, try. Said I get back up and try, try, try. God, all I need from you is a little faith. 1,000 eyes behind mine's all I ever need. So lonely in this town these days. All I need from you is a little faith. I'm telling you, all I need from you is a little faith. Cross muddy waters, I can barely breathe. When I wanna come up or down, it's pulling me. Save me. I just need a little faith. I just need a little faith. It's like I'm trying to stand tall, but I'm chained to a chair. Like I wanna move, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm on my knees, there's nothing left to say. All I need from you is a little faith. Listen to me now. All I need from you is a little faith. I walk these streets with rocks beneath my feet. Cross muddy waters, I can barely breathe. When I wanna come up or down, it's pulling me. Save me. Save me. I just need a little faith. I walk these streets with rocks beneath my feet. Cross muddy waters, I can barely breathe. When I wanna come up and down, it's pulling me. Save me. Save me. I just need a little faith. I just need a little faith.
Thank you. Gareth, that was absolutely incredible. We appreciate you, and I appreciate all the international nuances that you brought with you. You are appreciated by all of South Africa. And Mzansi, you don't have to go anywhere because Gareth's still going to be out with us, entertaining us with some more incredible music. And we also got Seth still in the building. He's going to be going through some of our fun little game challenges. And then we've got Megan Pedro also coming through. So there's a lot to look forward to. We've still got an hour right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So Mzansi, don't go anywhere. The magic's just going to get better and better after this. See you soon.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, you beauties. It is your feel-good kickstart to your day. Gareth James is about to provide the kickstart with a performance. We've got Donovan on the strings, Stefan at the back there. Give us a little taste, just a little taste, bro. Oh, it's dirty, it's nasty, and it's on the way on the other side of the news and sport. We'll see you for that now.
Oh, that's a hard one not to move to. Getting absolutely excited, but you're going to have to wait just a bit before we dive into that magic. For now, the official duties must commence. So, starting with national headlines, South Africa's mining sector faces challenges as production declined by 0.9% year-on-year in November, following a 1.1% rise in October. Now, gold, iron ore, coal, and diamonds contributed to the decline, while platinum group metals and chromium ore had positive impacts. Now, month on month, a smaller decrease was recorded, with seasonally adjusted mining production rising from 4% over 3 months, and driven by platinum group metals, iron ore, and coal. Now, despite no load shedding for months, low commodity prices and logistics challenges continue, and that's straining the sector, dampening overall business activity. Well, carrying on with national headlines, and the government has tabled a revised wage offer of 5.5% for public sector workers, following rejection of the previous 5% increase. Now, labour unions met with the employer at the Public Sector Coordinating Bargaining Council to discuss the new proposal. And originally, workers demanded 12%, but now reduced to 6%. Now, Claude Nyker from the Public Servants Association notes improvements in non-financial benefits, such as housing allowance increases from 1,700 Rand to 1,900 Rand, plus an inflation-related adjustment in July and a boost to the medical aid subsidy. Well, we now move on to international headlines, and Usama Najim, head of Libya's judicial police and director of Tripoli's Mitiga Detention Center, was arrested in Turin, Italy, after the International Criminal Court issued a war crimes victim complaints and testimonies. And this according to Italian charity Mediterranean Saving Humans. Now, next up, Donald Trump, sworn in as US president again on Monday, issued a wave of executive orders yesterday. Now, he announced the US would exit the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Agreement, and also pledged to exploit Alaska's natural resources with a drill, baby, drill promise, and ordered military border sealing. Now, the actions included reinstating the death penalty for certain immigrant crimes, commuting sentences for far-right groups and members of the Oath Keepers and Proud Boys, pausing foreign aid, and controversially proposing to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. Well, in a final wrap-up of your news for the day, the KZN, or KwaZulu-Natal International Business Association, otherwise known as KIBA, is spreading smiles and hope by donating 1,000 pairs of school shoes and 1,000 lunchboxes to underprivileged kids. Now, KIBA's president, Omi Singh, shared how the organization has always stepped up in tough times. Now, from providing essentials during COVID-19 to supporting flood and tornado victims. Now, for Singh, this initiative is deeply personal, as he remembers his own childhood struggles without basic necessities like school shoes. Now, KIBA has already reached 57 schools across Phoenix, Verulam and Tongaat, ensuring fair distribution among learners. Now, education is opportunity, and this being said by Singh, who's thanking KIBA's members for their generosity in building a future rooted in care, dignity, and compassion. Well, we carry on with the headlines. Here's the latest and last roundup of all things sport with the G-Man.
The Champagne football continues for Liverpool as they secured a 2-1 win over Lille, maintaining their perfect Champions League record and advancing now directly to the last 16. Most importantly, Mohamed Salah, who's been key again this season, opened the scoring while Harvey Elliott's deflected strike then sealed the victory. That was after Lille's Jonathan David had equalised. So this means Liverpool remain the only team, in fact, with 21 points in the expanded competition. Now we turn to cricket. Not the best outcome as rain disrupted the SA20 match at Kingsmead, forcing the game between Durban's Super Giants and MI Cape Town to be abandoned after just 45 minutes of play. So the Cape Townians on 69 for 3 after 11 overs when the rain began, so they might have enjoyed that. They move now level with leaders Paul Royals on 16 points with the no result. Durban's Super Giants, however, remaining anchored at the bottom of the table with just 8 points. Both teams earning 2 from that no result. Now on to rugby news. And experienced tight head prop Nettling Forshire has committed to the DHL Stormers again, signing a 3-year contract extension that keeps him in the squad up until 2028. And the 32-year-old, now a key player since 2018 with 88 caps under the belt, brings some massive scrum power, obviously versatility, and I think much needed leadership as well. Forshire rejected some pretty big overseas offers, prioritising his ambitions of representing South Africa. So I think quite privileged to have him still in the fold here. Now, very privileged still have this player on the court. Novak Djokovic edging past Carlos Alcaraz in a thrilling generational battle to advance to the Australian Open semi-finals. Again, the 37-year-old Serb, chasing now a record 25th Grand Slam title, overcame the 20-year-old Spaniard 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 6-4 in 3 hours and 37 minutes. What a battle. Now, Djokovic, aiming for his 11th Melbourne title, extended his record to 50 Grand Slam semi-final appearances. Next, he faces Alexander Zverev, who secured his spot with a hard-fought victory over Tommy Paul. So both hoping they've still got something left in the tank. But that's how the year's first Grand Slam is looking, and we love it, and that's where we leave our sport. Let's get a catch-up on the roads.
Thank you, Gray. Let's have a look at the roads for the final time this morning, and we touched down in 2 places. Durban KZN is where we get started, where there's been a truck accident on the M19 route towards Reservoir Hills, causing 2 blocked lanes with extreme delays. Now, do avoid the affected area and plan your routes accordingly if you're headed out that way. And then we touch down in the mother city in Somerset West, where there's an accident on the N2 inbound after Hazelden, and that's resulting in restricted lanes and therefore slow-moving traffic. So do allow for some added travel time to your commute, and wherever you're headed, please make sure that aircon is working or the windows are down. It's going to be a scorcher today. We want you to arrive alive. Let's get into your weather. Well, the South African Weather Service has issued multiple warnings for adverse weather conditions. A yellow level 2 warning for disruptive rain may cause flooding in southern KwaZulu-Natal, its coast and interior. Now, severe thunderstorms with heavy rain, damaging winds and lightning are expected in the province's western parts as well. Between Oyster Bay and Port Edward, yellow level 1 warnings causing caution against damaging winds and waves, posing risks to small vessels. And fire danger is high in most of the Northern Cape and parts of the Western Cape. Additionally, extreme heat and discomfort are forecasted for the Northern and Western Cape interiors, including Cape Town. Speaking about Cape Town, let's head into that sunrise view of the hour. And as we approach a 30-degree day, look at the penguins getting ready to have a beautiful day along with us. Oh my goodness, if you are making your way towards Boulders today, you can experience some of that goodness. This one sent by Luke. Thank you, Luke, for having us enjoy those little special creatures. Absolutely special. And if you do plan to come to the Mother City, make sure this is top of your list. Well, continue sharing those morning views with us. We still have 2 more days in your company. Thursday and Friday check-ins are coming your way. 0634088863 is how you get in touch. In the meantime, let's check out the temperatures for today.
I know no one in Uppington is complaining that Worcester's achieved a higher temperature. Yeah. I kind of feel like we lost some kind of competition there. I know it's not a competition, so I feel for both of you, but just everyone, look after yourself. Stay indoors, as we keep saying. Stay right where you are.
Slap on some sunscreen and get a hat on and make the most of the beautiful weather outside. Just like we're making the most of this next hour, because wow, we got some good stuff coming.
Oh my goodness, we really do. And we get started on the highest of notes, because performing something beautiful, heaven is looking down. We have Gareth James for you.
So this one is called Heaven is Looking Down, and seeing as we're heading into the month of love, take a listen to this one. It's brand new.
Leaving on the first train in the morning, I've got to find a way to clear my head. Long bomb breath left me breathless. Faith is hanging on by a tiny thread. Guess it's gonna be a long December. Hard to buy the memories on my mind. Since I'll ask goodbye, the days are longer. Now there's nothing I can do or say that's gonna turn back time. Don't leave me here on my own. All I know is walking out the door with heaven looking down. My hands are reaching out. Angels start to sing a lonesome lullaby. If heaven is on earth and God is in your eyes, oh, how will I survive a day without that smile? Oh, heaven's crying out for me. Whisper softly words of inspiration and tell me everything will work out fine. Isn't love supposed to last forever? Well, now there's nothing I can do or say that's gonna turn back time. With heaven looking down, my hands are reaching out. Angels start to sing a lonesome lullaby. If heaven is on earth and God is in your eyes, oh, how will I survive a day without that smile? Oh, heaven's crying out for me. La-da-da-da-da-da-da. Show me how to catch a falling angel. With heaven looking down, my hands are reaching out. Angels start to sing a lonesome lullaby. If heaven is on earth and God is in your eyes, oh, how will I survive a day without that smile? Oh, yeah. Heaven's looking down on me tonight.
Yeah. I love it, man. Gareth James, he feels like country, but he is taking it to new places and spaces. Stefan Donovan as well. Take a bow, gents. Absolutely beautiful. Man, how privileged are we? What a
So
job.
privileged.
What a job we
I
have.
feel like the fact that he's South African, he brings even more soul onto
Yeah.
the table,
Yeah,
which
man.
is what
feel
we're
it.
all feeling.
You can
Yes.
feel it, absolutely.
Speaking about feeling it, are you feeling scared?
Terrified.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm absolutely terrified.
Why should he be? What's happening?
Because in just a little bit, we've got a challenge where we're setting up our master chefs in South Africa, our celeb master chefs. Graham
Thank you
versus
for-
Seth. It's going to be insane. It's a 6-minute breakfast/brunch challenge, and we've got some ingredients here. So you actually have the upper hand. You can have a look.
Well, and it's 6 minutes. If Seth was complaining about having half an hour, an hour, 45 minutes, let's see how 6 minutes goes.
Look, the man has
I'm
come
terrified.
through this morning and he's on form. So, G-Man, you're
on
going to have to step it
fire.
up. But I'm backing you. I'm in your corner. You can do this. And besides, you can do a lot more because we're going to have fun and do exactly that with Gareth. And we're going to throw through a quick fire question round so we can find out more about him. So if you want to know more about the incredible talent we have right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, then don't go anywhere, Mzansi. A lot coming your way.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're opening up right here on S3. And if you have not been around for the last few hours, then wow, you're missing out on incredible talent. We have musician Gareth James in the building, and he's spending the morning with us showing off his absolute talent. But how well do we really know this incredible artist? I think it's time for a round of some quick fire questions. And G-Man, you put some incredible questions together, man.
I love this, man. No, our team has undoubtedly. And this, we want brutal honesty, please, okay? Unless it's going to get you into trouble, okay? No, even then, we want it. This is a great way to just find out the bits and pieces that we might not be able to get off your feed or the interviews that we've had. So please, brutal honesty. This is a safe place.
Sure thing.
I'd say. All right, so let's jump right in. And I absolutely love these because this is what we're dying to know, actually. Wildest thing that happened to you on your recent tour?
You know what? We were backstage. So the day before the actual awards, they did this whole sort of get together, you know, with all the artists and a bunch of sort of music industry people. So it was like a big thing for the artists, you know. And everybody kind of had a turn to like jam a song. But a whole bunch of us had no idea this was going down. So we were having a smoke outside. And the guy was like, hey, you guys need to go, you know, into the theater. So we're like, okay, cool. So we're still sort of walking through, not realizing things are happening. And I'm joking and we're laughing and carrying on. And in the meantime, there's people talking and it's like dead silence. It's like you could hear a pin drop. And of course, Gareth is the guy that talks the loudest out of everybody.
Proper
the whole
South
thing had to
African.
stop for 5 seconds, you know.
So making our South African voice known internationally.
That guy, that's the guy.
He's a born rock star, bro. That's a rock star.
I love it. Listen, we got another one for you. This should be a quick one. Which country music star do you think is really underrated?
So I've been following a guy quite a lot lately. His name's Nate Smith. He's like he won the Rising Star Award at the CMAs, but also a guy that's super underrated, but incredible songwriter, amazing performer as well.
Add him to the playlist if you want to find out more.
Nate Smith, and there is like a new generation of country stars emerging at the moment, which I think is part of why there's been this massive resurgence. We love that. What's the biggest risk you've taken in your music career? And I'm sure there have been a few.
Oh, yeah, look, that's a very long list. But I would say the risk going to America was a big risk for me because I had no idea what I was going to. You know, I had no idea where I was going. I mean, as a matter of fact, when I got there, I was initially booked, besides the awards, I was initially booked to be touring with opening for an American artist. I had about 50 shows booked. And I arrived on the 9th of July. On the 11th of July, I sent me a text message, sorry, bro, tour's cancelled.
You're joking.
And I'm sitting in a country I'd never been to in my life. I had no idea what to do. But needless to say, everything worked out the way it was supposed to. Actually better than what it...
100%.
Which is where faith came from.
It all makes sense. Puzzle pieces, putting a beautiful picture together. I'm dying to know about this one, man. Have you? What's the craziest fan request that you've ever received? I'm sure they go crazy a lot of the times when you're performing too.
You know, I've had so many requests. You know, we'll do, for example, it'll be an original show. It'll be telling stories about these, you know, these beautiful stories about these songs that we write, and the guy will say, "Can your baby chocolate spill?" So yeah, no, you get them all.
Yeah.
And the ridiculous thing is you probably could.
On purpose, no.
Exactly. I love that. On that note, because I think there is a bit of a shake-up happening within the industry, what do you think needs a shake-up? Which country music tradition do you think is due for a bit of disruption?
Look, I think, are you talking about in South Africa?
Yeah, or it can be global.
I would say South Africa has been, the floodgates have most definitely opened because there's some crazy, amazing country music artists coming out of this country now. Because of the Cape Town Country Music Festival was here, I think in October. And ever since those international artists were here, you know, and people got to see, like, hang on, there's actually more to country music than Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I mean, nothing against them, but there's actually other artists out there. And now South Africans are going, what the hell, this is amazing, you know? So now suddenly you're starting to see all the guys coming out of the woodworks, and these guys are great. You know what I mean? So
I love that.
Added to that, the fact that you yourself are opening up the door as you move through all these incredible events internationally, locally. I think you are setting a bar which a lot of people are inspired by, they're looking up to. So
Well,
I
I
want to
hope so.
say on behalf of all of us in Mzansi, thank you for the authenticity that you brought to your music,
you.
man. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure that we're going to see even more incredible talent like this, thanks to what you've done.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me. It's always fun being here, I must say. But before I go, I wanted to just mention something. I actually got news a couple of days ago that I've been nominated for International Singer-Songwriters Award in Atlanta, Georgia as well.
Hey now, man, what's happening?
Come on.
Yes! Go, James,
Now,
baby!
as is your record, now that you've mentioned it on the show, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
And,
Yeah, this
whether you
works.
win it or whether you don't win it, it means
Right.
you're on that list.
There we go. Yeah,
and that
sure.
list speaks to the professional ecosystem around it, which is incredible. So congratulations.
Thanks,
by the way.
guys. Thank
We
you.
love you, dude. We absolutely love
Amazing
you.
indeed.
Show him some love, some congratulations on his socials, on our socials, and we're not going to let him go just yet.
Oh, I love the winner's circle, and it only makes sense because we want you to match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 17 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. Now that's today, okay? So don't miss out. Play Lotto for an estimated 3 million, and then you have Lotto plus 1 for 5 million and Lotto plus 2 for 9 million rand today. Now, how can you buy your tickets? Get a hold of them in store or on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash, and that is for your USSD. Details are available on our Expresso social pages. Give Gareth James a like, give us a like, and make sure that you get yourself in the running to, of course, win yourself some money. That's Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 17 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And then you got to play now to win big. And speaking about winning big, we are definitely, even though it might be January for you, there's ways that you can definitely feel better about yourself in the home that you're in. And we have Meg Pedro in the building. Welcome back to her to just show us exactly how to refresh our spaces. And then, of course, we have to get some advice, speaking about our spaces, on all things to do with wooden and aluminium doors. So if you are looking to renovate some spaces in the smallest or biggest ways, this is the place to do it. We'll see you after this to show you exactly how.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Why is there a bed in front of us? Well, that's because we got to show you exactly how to do the goodness that is refreshing your home. It's the start of a new year. 2025 is officially here. And with the fresh space that works for you, we're going to show you exactly how to do that. And when I say we, I'm talking about homeware stylist Meg Pedro, who's here to help us find those pieces that combine both style and functionality, which I absolutely love, Meg. It's so good to have you here. You're almost matching as well the vibes. Even I am. We are aligned. We're here. Okay, we want to start fresh when it comes to just sprucing up our homes a little bit. But sometimes it's a question of where do we begin?
100%. And we spent a lot of time in December and November refreshing our living spaces and, you know, the spaces that we were going to entertain in.
Yes.
And I feel like now it's time to put into yourself because we do spend a third of our lives sleeping.
Insane.
So imagine how much of that you spend just relaxing and preparing.
Sure. And sleep is what I want want more of. So I feel like if I can create a conducive space for more sleep, why not get into it? So when we look at colors, themes, vibes for 2025, what are we looking at?
So I always, always scream from the top of the building about neutrals because it really is trendy. It is something in fashion and homeware that is never going to go out of style. And I love that because you can play with different textures and patterns. And in that, within the warm neutral space, we have such stunning pattern drenching, okay, which is a very big trend. So that is playing with different textures and patterns, which will eventually kind of come together. And I love using the same kind of color palette when you do that, because sometimes when you do a whole lot of different colors, you do have to kind of see whether one screams louder than the other. But in a neutral palette, it really does just kind of go together. So you can see with the scatter cushions and then the throw, it's different textures, but it all just works.
Okay, wait, so I need to get this right. So we're going with a similar color palette, but in order to bring maybe interest, variety, we're adding some of this.
With textures and layers, just like when we set a table.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Oh, I love that. And also, how many scatter cushions is too many scatter cushions?
I don't think that there's too many, to be really honest with you, because I am someone who really does love to change that up because it's the easiest way to change up a space.
Oh, I love
and
that.
exactly that. It's the time to invest in those beautiful pieces that really enhance our sleep. So our pillows, our duvet inner. When last did you upgrade your duvet inner? And it is something that you really need to do because instantly it's like a special love me moment.
It's a treat,
a
isn't it?
special treat, which you deserve.
You do. I think we got to remind you, Expresso fam, you deserve to sleep well. And this is exactly how you can do it. And there's something about this. I mean, I walked into this space and studio and I just feel at peace.
Oh, I love that.
I feel like this is a retreat for the soul.
And that color palette does exactly that. So I'm not only speaking to your bedroom at home, we're talking about student dorm rooms and spaces like that, because essentially a smaller space would do wonders with a lighter color palette like this because immediately it looks bigger. And often with a dorm room, you just have the bed and a little table that you like studying at and, maybe your TV, and it immediately opens up the space. So it makes it all clutter-free, which brings me to, I'm the organizational queen.
Oh, I love this for us.
Oh, I absolutely love it. And Woolies is really focused on our storage, especially in the fridge. Oh my gosh, let's talk about fridge storage another time because I can go into detail.
My eggs have officially upgraded. They're now in the little individual things.
Great,
it's amazing. I feel like a Pinterest mood board.
So, talking about your Pinterest mood board, we've got storage baskets, and we've upgraded these in such, look at that texture. It is so beautiful, and there are different sizes which are great. You can even see there's a circular one at the bottom which I would use as a planter.
Ooh.
So you literally could put a plant in there, and it just is such a great way to have it be effortlessly like everything is packed away.
Right.
You don't see clutter. Anything, you can have a beach basket for all the things that you take on the go. You can have your reusable bag basket. Every single thing has a little place, but it's all in baskets, in your cupboard, in storage, away.
And I like that you did bring up dorm rooms because you're right, it is, or if you live in Cape Town, it is about the space that we don't have. So in order to make it still look good, practical functionality, but not compromising on style, this is definitely the way to go. You've added some plants as well into the space.
And let me just add, these are faux plants because
Those are not real?
Those are not real.
Wow.
And Woolies has, again, upgraded. I've spoken about the faux selection in the last couple of years, and that's great because especially in your bedroom, I don't have real plants in my bedroom because I feel like that's, that space I'm not really focusing on.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
It would kind of be in your living space or in your kitchen.
Yes.
So in your bathroom, I really do love to have these. And the faux, the pampas.
No, I'm here for these ones.
How calming.
I bought pink ones the other day.
Stunning.
But they were very cute, I promise you.
Stunning. And play with the different sizes and textures. That is so important with this.
Oh, I love this. Okay, any last tips that we can add to our dorm rooms, our spaces, to just elevate it? What else would you say?
Okay, so upgrading your individual pieces.
Yes.
If not must, and then playing with those. So this is a pre-wash.
This had my eye.
Pre-wash silky soft, and it definitely is that name, right? It is such a stunning hypoallergenic, and it comes in this bag.
Stop it.
Sorry, but how absolutely beautiful.
I love
this. I would take this out. That is the
It even goes with your outfit right now.
This is the another reusable Woolies bag. I'm telling you, this is so great. And what is so perfect is that you can see the colorway. So when you walk into Woolies, you see this wall of just bedding. and we've really upgraded and focused on that, and that is just the way to go.
Oh, I love this. Woolies has thought about absolutely everything. Thank you so much, Meg, for always coming through.
Sure.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to have you back again. And we want you to start the year fresh and with a serene bedroom or even res room, like we mentioned. And you can shop all of your home refresh items and your back to varsity homeware needs at Woolworths. Of course, you could go in store, feel everything out because it's absolutely beautiful. But if you don't have the time, online is your space, or even on the app. So get downloading and shopping now.
Or maybe that's on your vision board for this year. We put it to you guys. Yeah, sleep definitely on the vision board. Haven't quite got there yet, but we're still getting through the early days. But we put it to you guys. What's on your 2025 vision board?
We obviously asked you to come through and use the number 064-8863, and you've done exactly that. Jocelyn's come through and sent a voice note. Joss, good morning. How's it going?
A very good morning to my beautiful Expresso family. The one thing on my clipboard would like to have my driver's license before my 68th birthday. I'll be 68 soon, so God willing, I want to have my driver's license. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Have a gardens. Bye.
I love she gives her full name at the end just so that everyone recognizes. That made me a little emotional,
Yeah,
actually.
it's never too late and to accomplish a lot of things that we maybe want to do earlier in our lives. I love what Joss is doing here. I love that she's getting more of her independence, leveling up, and just executing on a good vision.
And I would imagine there are a lot of younger women looking at her, or a lot of her peers looking at her for something, because she seems like that kind of person. What a message to send. I absolutely love that. Jocelyn, thank you so much. We love you, girl.
Yeah, we got more coming through, obviously, while Joss is going to be preparing to lift all her friends in the community. Jeremy says, good morning, Expresso team. I need to uphold and be consistent with my exercises. Yes,
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Yes.
Come on, you can, Kanamaya.
Invest in that beautiful vessel that you've been blessed with, my friend, because honestly, there's so much that you can do with it, and especially if you start moving and exercising. I love that, and I'm going to send good, positive energy your way to accomplish that goal. Yeah. Send it. Send it.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what's on my 2025 vision board. Beating Seth Shezi in a cook-off. We've got 6 minutes, okay, to pull off some kind of breakfast or brunch. It's going to be tough because he is a bona fide winner. He has proven it. He's got the cash in the bank. He has done it. No, I cannot wait to see how his mind works, because we never got to actually cook against each other in the kitchen. So, yeah, this gives me a chance to see how he does it.
Perfect timing. Maybe you can get some tips and tricks from him. And you don't need to go anywhere. The good stuff carries on right after this. See you soon.
Make 2025 your breakthrough year with Richfield and be one of 3 lucky viewers to each win an academic bursary and laptop valued at 180,000 Rand to learn, lead and succeed. Reply to the competition post on Expresso's social pages. Answer the weekly competition question, #Richfield in your answer, and click on the link in the post to complete your entry. Competition closes 16 February. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, let me tell you, they're laughing now, but they won't be in just a little bit because it's getting hot in the kitchen.
It is.
Oh my goodness, Seth is still in the building and impressed us with 2 amazing dishes. But now it is time to put him to the test, just like he did on Celebrity MasterChef. He will go head-to-head with one of our presenters. Of course, we had to bring Gray in, and they're getting into a 6-minute breakfast/brunch challenge. And each will definitely use 5 staple ingredients like your eggs, your milk, your butter, oil, and of course salt and pepper, and bread. We can't forget that. And then randomly, they're going to draw 5 ingredients as they go. And they'll have just 6 minutes to create a delicious dish. Gray, good luck.
Well, look, I did state quite clearly, categorically, in fact, this morning that you would have cleaned the floor with me in that final. So I don't have the highest of hopes, but now you're in our playground.
No, exactly. This is your space now. And also, we're doing breakfast. I don't need breakfast, so this is your space.
Welcome to the intermittent fasting breakfast TV show. Come on.
Well, I love
it,
a
buddy.
breakfast.
I cannot wait to see how you work. Really looking forward to it.
Okay, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
We should just do
Cool.
it.
Okay,
Just
in
dive
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Beautiful.
Okay, what's the first thing?
As the first thing, you're going to start your thing, but then also grab your first extra ingredient. I'll give you guys that.
Okay, thank you. Please be the bee.
Just know your timing
English
is going.
muffins. Perfect.
Okay, mushrooms, English muffins.
Okay,
Let's go.
perfect.
And then
perfect,
but I can't
perfect,
know
perfect.
that's the next one. I have to wait, right?
Go, start cooking. That's what you have to do.
Welcome to my pain, my friend. Welcome to my pain.
Okay, Gray,
but that's a good start.
We're starting with the
That's a
muffin.
good start. I'll work with that. And I think I'm gonna let's crank you up a little bit, yeah.
I'm so stressed. So we're going scramble?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's
we're
like
going scramble.
because the thing is, I don't know what else lies in there. So if I scramble, then I can keep just adding stuff.
You can
Seth,
you can
we
play
spoke
with
about
that.
this. You got to cook and talk at the same time.
You are very
Same time.
You see, you're agile, as you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
see mentally you are
Although
prepared.
on the show, like during MasterChef, like all the judges were always like, no. Talk and do. Talk
He's
and
got a
do.
multitask.
I know,
He's got
but
a
then they come and talk
multitask.
to you at the
I
most
know.
critical time. Hey.
Okay.
All right, I will give you this. Get those eggs going because I want you to
I love
choose your
that-
next ingredient.
I love
as
that
we
I'm
do
like
this.
smashing eggs like I've never done it before. It's like the messiest of smashing.
Choose your next ingredient, Gray. I'll watch your
Okay.
pan for you.
Thank you so much. I couldn't even find my next ingredients.
Okay.
Mixed peppers.
Mixed
That's going to be
peppers.
interesting. All right, that's going to be
Seth, how about
interesting.
you?
Cool. It
I
is
think
English
I know what to
muffin.
do.
English muffin.
Yeah.
Nice. I also
okay,
got
what
the
am I
English
looking for?
muffins.
Butter.
All right, let's do
I
this.
find it
I
so
love not
stressful.
being in this.
The amazing Herman Lensing taught me how to crack an egg on MasterChef. Just
See,
keep
you
it
got
there.
special classes.
I think he knew where I was coming from. But I got to say, to that team that worked behind the scenes there,
It's incredible.
just absolutely
Yeah, I know.
amazing. They just want you to succeed. They want you to do so well. I love you. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, scrambled eggs. You've got 2 fried eggs going. English muffin, mixed peppers, English muffin, and? What's the other one?
English muffin and mushrooms, yes.
All right. Choose another one. Choose
4
another
minutes.
one.
Actually,
I'll man this. I'll man this.
start
Go
with
for
the
it.
mushroom. Hang on, let's do the mushroom first. Do we have a
Okay,
chopping
I
board?
took
Can
2
I
out
do
by
that?
mistake.
Okay, hang on.
You don't have time to chop those
Okay,
mushrooms.
a bit
No,
of
I'll
cheese.
just-
I'll work with some cheese.
You got cheese? Okay, I'll choose one for you. Let's see what else Seth has.
Oh,
Mixed peppers. You want to do
okay.
some
Perfect.
mixed
We,
peppers? in
we
there?
are like cosmically aligned. We're enjoying the same things almost. I kind of feel like we're like 2 halves of the same person.
I will tell you, you've got 3.5 minutes left.
What? Are you kidding?
I'm gonna
Wait,
just
how
need
high
to.
can the stove go?
We can go higher, baby.
Yeah, let's crank it all up.
Do you want to
Gray's
share
bringing in yet another pan.
Do you want
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, and then cheese. Jeez. Okay.
That's the cheese.
So mushroom.
How are we doing the fried eggs, sunny side up?
Yeah, we'll go for a sunny side up. We'll try and give that a crack.
How are we doing over here?
Just sheer panic at this point. Wait, is this part of the things that I do?
Don't touch it, no.
She's hardcore, dude. She is
All right,
hardcore.
I'm here. Choose another ingredient.
Okay.
Hopefully it's chives, because that's what I
3
need.
minutes left. Let's go.
How?
got?
I don't know.
All right. One more ingredient.
Fresh herbs. Okay, yeah,
You
done.
get your fresh
Mushrooms.
herbs. You get your
Okay.
Can I just cut anyway?
Shrooms you can
Yes,
get in
do
the
it,
mix
do it,
as
do it.
well. This is going to become literally the same thing,
It is.
but different.
I'm getting
the
like
presentation's
I'm
gonna
getting
be different.
PTSD from like literally. It's
How
like
much
I'm
time
back
do
on
we have
MasterChef.
left? 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. Can I
Gray's
push you a little
eggs
bit
are going
further?
somewhere.
I'm going to, whoa. That
Careful
butter's
now,
browning
careful now.
beautifully. That looks great.
You want another plate for that?
Aye.
Take the bread off so you can put it in.
There we go. That's perfect. Thank you. You are
That's a
a
lot of
friend in the
scrambled
kitchen, my
eggs.
friend. You're a friend.
Listen.
He's clearly feeding the crew.
Okay.
Okay, 2 minutes left.
Oh, look at you, sneaky, man. You are so sneaky. Why are you not even
With
cooking?
your 2 minutes left, he chose to introduce the oven.
Come on,
All right,
you can't even just cook for me, okay?
Move on. I'll check this out for you.
Okay, I hope it's as high as
40.
humanly possible.
High,
okay, so I need another
high.
pan.
We're going in. We're going
because-
in. Introducing another pan. Graham's got the mushrooms, the mixed peppers.
The only thing is, I'm glad that we're not baking a bread because he would definitely win. That's one thing I
My
was so
bread that
impressed
never
by.
saw the light of day, that never made it out of the...
good. I could tell that was going to slap.
And that was the worst part, is the judges came to me afterwards. This is the bread that never made it onto the plate because it got stuck in the microwave. And they said it was amazing. It would have won you the challenge. I'm like, I don't want to hear things like that. Thank you. Look at you.
It wasn't on. I put it on for you.
Oh, there we
What's
go.
going on in here?
I'm toasting my English muffin. I drew
Toasting the
I
English
drew an
muffin.
English muffin, which
All right, all right.
I would have
You're going to
preferred
have to start plating
I would have
soon.
preferred a croissant, but you know.
It's not about what you prefer.
You get what
Seth.
you get,
You
you know?
get what you get.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like, the judges were not trying to make it easier. So like, I remember when they tipped over my fondant, and I was like adamant that it shouldn't be tipped over because I wasn't sure if it was done right. And I was like, no, eat it from the thing. They're like, no, they took it. I was like, oh no, and then it was perfect. I was like, cool.
1 minute to go.
60 seconds left on the
It's,
clock.
it's giving me so much anxiety that my thing is in... No, don't open, don't
not
open.
opening, I'm
That
just
it's in the
having a
oven,
look.
so I can't do anything. I'm just like, what do I do with this energy?
And with the whole MasterChef experience,
the ingredient.
didn't you feel like you got full value? Like all the things you watch happening on MasterChef happened to you?
I don't know if I wanted that. Like, when I'm at home watching the show, I'm like, yeah. You're so, like, you're what an idiot.
Why didn't
should
you
just
get it
add
out
this,
the microwave?
do this. And now I'm watching myself picking up food in the last minute, like, with my bare hands, like, throwing it into the plate. I was like, yeah, it is hard.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you, you've got 30 more seconds on this challenge. I will give you time to plate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'll add that in.
Okay, I'm
Although, Gray, you are ahead a little bit.
I'm gonna let these
You gonna
cook
let that
for
cook
a
for a
little bit
bit?
longer.
All right.
Add a little bit
on
of...
those guys.
15 seconds
Why am I
left. We're
helping?
toasting the buns. We're toasting seasoning. Don't forget the seasoning.
Yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, hands up.
Done.
Step away.
Done. So what's
Whatever
left
we
is the
have
plate.
now
Turn it
is-
off, and now we can put it on the plate.
All right.
All right, we're going to come back to this later. Crossing fingers, these eggs in the oven are cooked. Otherwise, somebody's getting salmonella today.
No, never. Not on my watch.
Rocky
Medium
eats them
rare
raw,
eggs.
baby.
We'll definitely come back to this in just a bit. And Zanzi, it is getting hot in here. I think we need to take a step out. Sheesh.
Oh, we're going to take a step out indeed because it's getting hot in the kitchen. It's smelling delicious, but we're still going to find out who is that winner. For now, though, we're going to continue on the journey of renovating your home. We're talking about everything from humble beginnings, where Swartland has grown in a multifaceted building supply manufacturer and a name that's synonymous with quality. So when it comes to garage doors and front doors, then there is more than what meets the eye when we're talking about this incredible brand. We're talking about doors which can improve a building's curb appeal, safety, and insulation. So let's find out what Swartland offers in terms of their ranges. And I got to do exactly that.
Swartland started off from humble beginnings, starting manufacturing for wooden items, which is your wooden doors and your wooden windows. Since then, the portfolio has grown substantially. From now, we're also supplying to the market garage doors, even aluminium items as well, and now even insulation. So our portfolio has grown. We supply the whole building industry with the base of building material that they might need. So all our timber that we use are all imported timber. We use red grandes that is imported out of Uruguay, and okumi that is imported out of West Gabon. And both these type of hardwoods are all environmental friendly, sustainable hardwood.
By die spesiale broek doen ons net sales orders van kliënte. Ons doen op die sketse wat ons kry by Ian die argitekte, werk ons volgens hulle spesifikasies. Ek doen hierdie job vir 29 jaar. Dis 'n bietjie lank, maar ek geniet dit. Ek love dit. Dis my passie om met hout te werk. Hout is vir my soos goud.
Basically, Justin's really is going to accompany me and Lionel, and we're going to take them on a tour for our factory. They show them what goes into the efforts of constructing these magnificent pieces of art, and also showing them, the uniqueness of the timber that we use and the craftsmanship.
It's easy to see why Swartland has been in business since 1951. And I'm really amazed by that. And I'm really amazed by the craftsmanship, really amazed by the quality of the wood that they're using.
Seeing a factory this size and actually manufacturing doors, windows out of natural wood is absolutely amazing. Seeing our curved doors being made is absolutely insane. Seeing that from the templates what they've made in order to accommodate the arch and seeing how they actually went through the entire manufacturing process is incredible.
Ian, one thing that's important for us is to maintain our heritage when it comes to our old building. What's important here, though, is that we're speaking about the garage doors, and we've been through a bit here. The wood itself, it's not usable. We can't keep it, but we are hoping to replicate this look that you see in the design.
Yes, of course we can. We can replicate it as is, use the same style with the vertical slats, and then maybe have this open panels opened up again.
I'm really fascinated by the garage doors, especially when it comes to the glass installation, feature of the glass with the double glazing. It does make it shatterproof, so that means that it's safety guaranteed. It's been a really amazing day out in the Swartland. It was really amazing seeing the factory and seeing how these doors that we like, how they are made, seeing all the professionalism, seeing the craftsmanship, and understanding how like these products are actually made. I think it was a really good day.
I told you, it's so cool. You have every opportunity and so many things to create a beautiful sanctuary at your home. If you go and visit Swartland, and like you saw, the people that are working there are like family. They really, truly love wood and they love helping you. Just imagine that dream and make it come true. So what are you waiting for? And speaking of dreams, we had a dream combination in the kitchen.
More like
They were
a
going head to head.
nightmare. It was a nightmare in here.
How did it go? What's happened?
I'm nervous for Seth. Okay, we made
Same.
I got it wrong. I thought it was scrambled eggs. It's actually a souffle.
I know, and it rose, and it has risen.
Wow.
Give yourself that.
Okay, so we got to
just hang
announce
on
the winner in just a little bit,
1
but I'm trying to see Gray's plating.
It's just
beautiful.
Ah,
Those are the prettiest
good
eggs
job,
I've
Gray.
ever seen.
I call them my butter burnt eggs. I love frying things with a bit of butter.
What else are we
I'm sorry,
doing
it
here?
just
Because you still
tastes
have your
better.
toasted buns?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
just-
we're adding
just
in some,
garnishing.
of course,
And then-
eating with our eyes.
Ooh. Okay, and then that you probably just want on the side.
Okay, just one.
Yeah, because we're on a diet.
Okay, cool.
Right.
So this is yours.
It's official.
This is yours, Gray. Beautiful.
That looks gorgeous. I mean, come on, let's not
Good.
even play around here, guys. Just put me out of my
In 3,
misery,
2, 1,
man.
let's say the winner
Are you
together.
going to decide this? I think on the mere fact that with the short amount of time that you
Right.
had, I've never seen someone pull this off in that amount of time. So I think it's gotta, unfortunately.
We normally see the
gotta
omelette
sit.
challenge fall down. You know
Yeah,
what
bro,
I'm
like,
saying? So my
who
brother,
does a
you've
full
done
on-
it again. We love you, guys.
Well
Congratulations.
done.
Thank you.
And well done, Gray. That is something I would make. Let me say that for
It's
sure.
going to be delicious.
Yeah,
It's
really
going to be
beautiful.
delicious.
This is something I
promise you that.
aspire to make one day.
Exactly.
Well
This is
done.
simple.
You saw me do it in front of you. It's just a simple...
We saw it rise in front of us.
Well done to both of them. Winning meals. We'll have a taste and let you know how it is. And we'll see you after this. Gareth James has got another performance.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, welcome back to Zanzi's Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I think between myself and Carissa, we are feeling good.
I'm about to feel better because we're going to taste the winning dish and then also the dish that's also a winning dish, Gray.
Thank you
well
for
done.
saying that. I
We've
love
got an egg souffle and we've got an English muffin. So let's see.
Let's be
I'm a bit scared. Look,
the most
jiggle,
exciting
jiggle, jiggle.
judges ever. So while we cut this up, I want to talk to you, Zanzi, because we're feeling like winners. So let's share that winning spirit with you right now, because obviously you still got that opportunity to match your 6 lucky numbers and play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 17 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. So I'm going to tuck on this one.
You enjoy. Let us know how it is. Don't miss out on this opportunity to play Lotto for an estimated 3 million, Lotto plus 1 for 5 million, and Lotto plus 2 for 9 million rand today. Lots of money. You can buy your tickets now in-store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. Graham, I'm about to
I'm going to give you a chance to taste there. And as always, our amazing social media team will keep all of those details up. They can't give you the winning numbers, but everything else, yes. So make sure you get yourself in the running to win when you play Lotto, Lotto plus 1 and Lotto plus 2 for 17 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And
listen,
what's the verdict?
judging is tough right now.
Try this out.
I told
What's
you.
making me happy is that I saw you guys both going for seconds. I was like, yes.
Was that really what I just tasted? And it was actually really what we just tasted right now.
Make sure you get
so 5 minutes is all you need.
Yes.
Get the
I didn't even
oozage
know
of the
that this
yolk
was
there.
possible.
Get the usage.
I gotta get the yolk.
Usage the oozage.
Usage the oozage. Oh, that's not
Buddy, can I just very quickly also shout out to Daneo, because she just did absolutely amazingly well.
Amazing.
Well done.
And?
Officially, they are both incredible, gents. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For me, it's got to be the souffle.
Well done.
Thank you.
Says Shezi. Breakfast is sorted. Now let's tick the final box. And Gareth James has been phenomenal, not just over the last few months, where certainly his career has blown up, but right here. And here he is with Snap Your Fingers.
Yeah, this is a fun little song called Snap Your Fingers, and the song is actually for all the ladies out there, because it doesn't take much for us guys, just a snap. So join us.
With just one snap, girl, you had me at your beck and call. You got me standing on the edge of love's ledge. You got me fixing to fall. You just spin a little, let me kill me, but your neck is so sweet. You got me where you want me, where you got me's right where I wanna be. Fingers. You ain't got to call me on the phone, ain't got to call me by name. Just sit back, smile and laugh, throw a snap, and I'm on my way. You got me wrapped around your finger, girl, you know that. Fingers. So snap, babe. Come on, let's have some fun. I'll be listening for the friction between your finger and your thumb. Snap, baby. Come on, let's have some fun. I'll be listening upon the friction between your finger and your thumb. Snap your fingers, tick tock. I'll be your Johnny on the spot. I won't linger. I'll give it all I got. Just once if you want me, twice if you're bored, and 3 times, and if you like it, go on and make it 4. So snap your fingers, tick tock. I'll be your Johnny on the spot. I won't linger.
Another feel-good production.
Your fingers.
Thank you.